talkSPORT Sports Update with NordVPN, our fastest, most advanced VPN for digital privacy and security.
For the headlines at 4:01, I'm Tom Clayton. Good afternoon. On the eve of the return of the Premier League, Mikel Arteta has confirmed both Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka will be available tomorrow evening. Arsenal are facing New Boys Coventry live and exclusively on talkSPORT after a fraught off-season featuring the World Cup and players coming back late to pre-season. He was asked if he's been able to enjoy being champions.
Yes, I have. To enjoy, to reflect, it was time for everything. It was a long summer, longer than we usually have, and yeah, just because I feel fresh, I feel motivated, I sense the enthusiasm around the place, and that's exactly what I want.
Ahead of the game, Coventry owner Doug King says he's excited to bring the club back to the top flight and says they're doing everything possible to stay there.
We need to be in a position to stay in the league if we can, and then build those revenues towards, we're never going to get to those sort of numbers, but, build them towards some meaningful revenues so we can be competitive.
Elsewhere, Pierre Sarge says Adam Wharton is staying put at Palace this summer. Meanwhile, it's talkSPORT's understanding that Leeds and Forest have joined Everton in the race for Liam Delap. Chelsea want £40 million. And to Headingley, where after a lengthy rain delay this morning and several episodes of Love is Blind, Sam Allard's eyes are back on day 2 of England v Pakistan.
Firmly fixed on the cricket, Tom. No love is blind. England 175 for 2, leading by 4 runs. The third-wicket partnership, a good one, worth 127 runs. Both batters at the crease have passed 50. Cox has got 57, Root's got 55. Root loves batting at his home ground. There's Cox's maiden test half-century in just his second test match, although on 57 he was dropped off Khurram Shahzad, a tough caught and bowled chance. But Pakistan desperately need to try and break this partnership. 179 for 2 now, England leading by 8 runs.
talkSPORT News.
Andy Burnham says Prince Harry and Meghan's security is a private matter for them when they return to the UK. Meanwhile, the PM's been defending the latest Home Office guide for asylum seekers. Amelia's back at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With over 400 EV-ready centres across the UK, we're top of the league for electric car owners. Visit quickfit.com and book today.
Frequent showers in northern and central areas, some of those heavy and potentially thundery, more isolated rain elsewhere and feeling cooler.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Drive, a big show as well as we build up to the start of the Premier League with just one day to go. I'm here, me, Andy Goldstein, alongside, of course, Darren Bent. Another bit, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, this lot here as well.
Arsenal, for the first time in 22 years, are champions of the Premier League. Manchester City are changing manager in the summer.
A huge honor to represent this club. I love you so much.
Tottenham Hotspur are safe.
Are you ready?
Sunderland fans, get your passports out. It is a night of Villa glory. The Tigers are back in the big time. And Ipswich are back at the summit of English football.
Fantastic job done by Frank Lampard. Coventry are champions.
Are you ready?
Haaland, 1-1. Terrific goal. Bruno Fernandes. João Pedro equalises.
It's talkSPORT. We are Premier League.
We've got a show for you today. We'll of course be chatting to our live studio audience who represent 20 sides making up this season's Premier League. Are you good? You all right? Everyone fine? Yeah! Jason Cundy will be here to tell us why he thinks Chelsea will win the league. We've got Gabby Agbonlahor as well today.
Ooh.
That's a tester, isn't it?
That was nice.
He's going to join us to talk about Aston Villa and Man United returning to the Champions League this season. And we'll be asking whether anyone can stop Haaland this season in the race for the Golden Boot. It's Drive's Premier League preview show right here on talkSPORT. And, of course, you can get involved 0371 722 3344. We'll take as many calls as we can this afternoon. Let's hear it for Darren Bent, everyone. So, isn't he? So, how are you, Darren Bent?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
I'm good, I'm very well. I'm very excited about doing a show in front of just so many brilliant football fans. We did a show this time last year out on the terrace, which is just below us.
Yep.
We're a little bit nervous about the weather today, and of course we got it bang wrong. Because it's sunny out, but it was raining, but it doesn't matter. We've got everyone in here. I think it's going to be a really interesting show because, of course, you know, weekdays 4 till 7, we take calls from people like this in the room. But I think it's easier to have a conversation with football fans when it's face-to-face rather than me just go, shut up and fade them down, which I can't do, who in here, I'm just curious, who in here thinks they're going to win the Premier League? Put your hands up. OK, so just three. So we've got Arsenal, we've got Man City, and we've got... Who's your team? Liverpool. Is that it? Was that Brentford? Keep your hand down. We'll talk about relegation later on. But what I think is interesting, DB, is it's a Premier League season where usually at the start of it, everyone talks about Manchester City. It's theirs to lose. And then we talk about other sides that have spent money, etc. But with Arsenal, your team, it pains me to say it. Why have you got an Arsenal top on?
Because I thought I'd represent the town.
Oh, right, OK.
See?
Oh, your family here, that's nice. But I thought, I think with Arsenal, with your team, because they've got stability, because they've got a Premier League winning side, and because they've got a manager that's been there longer than any other manager in the Premier League, it seems as though it's Arsenal's to lose this season. Is that fair or not?
I'd say so. I mean, I think they're still the best side, still got the best squad. They've added to that as well with Bruno, Zolis coming in as well. I expect a couple more to come in, but they just look set, don't they? You look at all the other moving parts around Liverpool, what's happening there, Chelsea, obviously they're the ones that I think a lot of people have got them as kind of favourites to kind of upset the party. Your side, Manchester United, although I don't think you're challenged, but you're still a big side. Manchester City, although they looked awful in the Community Shield, and I mean awful, they're not going to be that bad again. I think that was just one of those anomalies where it's first game of the season, the showpiece, they'll be better. But I look at the manager, I look at the squad of players that Arsenal have got, they, for me, are just the favourites. They just look set in every position.
Yeah. I should point out, before we move on with Premier League chat, usually on a day like today, we do have time for Bentley's EFL Corner. And it seems a bit unfair that we don't have time for it today. Should we do a bit of Bentley, just get that out of the way? OK, it's time now for Bentley's EFL Corner. I think that's fair. Oh, there it is. There's Bentley's EFL Corner. Just 2 West Ham fans in the corner. Cut the music. That's all we've got time for. And you know what? Bizarrely, on paper, that joke this morning looked really funny. No West Ham, of course, in the Premier League, but we do have 3 new sides that have been promoted. One of them, well, a couple of them connected to you. Obviously, your beloved Ipswich, Coventry are close to your heart as well. It's always tough when the newly promoted sides come up because, of course, they have to spend money, I think, to compete. But it can be done. We saw it so brilliantly with Sunderland last season. Is there a secret, do you think, to staying in the Premier League?
No, it's recruitment. I think Sunderland were the blueprint last season because we've seen, I think it was Fulham did it a few years back. They spent a lot of money and it completely collapsed. But Sunderland last season, you look at the experience, the quality players they brought in, you spend a lot of money, which Ipswich have done this summer. But all the signings on paper, you go, OK, that makes sense. It wasn't players coming into the football club for just a last payday or big money. They went to Sunderland last summer because they believed in the project and what Regis Labrie was doing. I think with Gary O'Neill in charge at Ipswich, I think there's a similar kind of road to take for Ipswich, but also with Coventry as well, with Frank Lampard. I think they've recruited really well. Bringing in the goalkeeper Rushworth, who was brilliant in the Champ last season. I think they've got a great chance. I do worry about Hull, if I'm honest, in terms of recruitment, and even the way they ended last season as well. I know they managed to get up through the playoffs, but they would be probably one of my favourites to go down. But I think, if anything, Leeds and Sunderland last season showed that it can be done, because previous to that, the last 2 years, all 3 teams that came up went straight back down. I'm
curious, because we've got you here, we're going to use you all the time. So if your team came up, so if you're a Hull, a Coventry or a Ipswich fan, can you put your hand up? OK, can you? So we've got 3 sets of fans. Keep your hand up if you think you're going to stay up.
Keep that hand up.
Have you been drinking? So you all think you're going to stay up this season, do you really? OK, what does that tell you about football fans?
Well, no,
is that hope or is that belief?
Yeah, of course, large of it's going to be hope because of the strength of the Premier League. I mean, when you're thinking about the 3 newly promoted sides staying up, automatically the question is, well, who goes down? And I think you think Spurs finished 4th bottom last season. Well, they're not going to go. It's hard. I think that's the question, is that I believe that they can stay. But if you're asking me who I think will go, that's the hard part because, again, in and around the bottom, there are moving parts, people losing managers, players leaving, etc. But it's going to be a difficult season. But I think if you get off to a good start like Sunderland did, I mean, they didn't lose a home game for months. Like, it was months, and that's kind of what kind of balanced out second half of the season because they weren't great. But It's going to be exciting for sure.
OK, we'll talk about this in more detail throughout the next 3 hours, but the headlines today will be, another one will be Chelsea. Where's the Chelsea fan in here? There's one there, there's a couple over there. Now, Chelsea have got no European football this season. A couple of Chelsea fans I know, including Jason Cundy, who will join us a bit later on, think that they've got a chance of winning the Premier League. Is that a bit crazy? You smiled when I said that. Why is that?
No, I understand it because that's Chelsea Football Club, though. When they've not had Europe before and they've had one game a week, ultimately the next season they've done something very special. I don't think they'll win the Premier League, but I think they'll get back in the Champions League for sure, which again seems nuts because last season, inconsistent. I didn't like the squad, but it looks like, certainly from a Chelsea standpoint, that they're changing that model. Bringing in Xabi Alonso, good manager. The likes of Henderson, Danny Welbeck, experience. I like what they've done. Morgan Rogers, 120-odd million. I think with that one game a week, with the manager, with them seemingly changing the course of direction in terms of their recruitment, I think they'll finish in the top 5.
Do you both think Chelsea can, just a yes or no, because we haven't got a mic on you, but a thumb up or thumb down, you both think you're going to win the league? One of you says yes, the other one says you're not sure? Or just, we haven't got a mic on you, but just a yes or no? Thumb? Thumb in the middle of the road, not sure. That's probably more realistic, right?
Yeah, one game a week. I mean, look what it does to Man United last season. He had one game a week under Carrick, and take nothing away from him, he did a fantastic job. But when you throw in European football, domestic cups, league football, his squad gets thinned very, very quickly. So I think for Chelsea, their minimum requirement should be back in the Champions League. OK,
Man United and Aston Villa are back in the Champions League. What can we expect from them this season?
I am slightly concerned about Villa, if I'm honest, because it looks like, I mean, if Konza goes to Arsenal, Luca Digne's already gone. They're talking about Watkins potentially going to Saudi. Martinez is no longer going to be the number one. I do worry about some of Tillemans, of course, as well.
Yeah, but they do have Garnacho.
I mean...
Where's the Villa fan? You over the moon with that signing? Liar. Are you really? OK, we'll come to you a bit later on for that.
No, but optimism, I like it. Obviously, a player's come in and
is that what you call it?
Yeah, you have to, but no. I think Villa, if they lose... I know they've brought some good players in, people like Menzambia, who I'm a big fan of. I think they might struggle, certainly trying to balance the both. And Manchester United, the same. That's why the fact that Villa have allowed these players to kind of just go out the door, and I get it, 120 million, you have to take it. But I don't see too many signings coming in. And to be able to compete on both fronts, ultimately, one of them will have to go.
Outsiders this season, now, I think it's fair to say the biggest shock last season was Bournemouth finishing as high as they did, right? Brentford were amazing.
No, I'd say probably Sunderland was the biggest shock.
Would you?
Yeah, Sunderland, they come out...
for league finishing, I think Bournemouth were 6th, right?
Yeah, Sunderland was 7th.
I mean, I wasn't that great at maths at school, but six is better than...
But Sunderland were in the Championship a year before
Yeah, OK, yeah, fine.
I'd say probably Sunderland, but for Bournemouth, again, it's the same problem. Can they balance both?
Can we expect to see something like that again this time, or do you think that was an anomaly?
I think we would. I think the middle teams in the Premier League now are so strong. Stronger than they've ever been.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OK. We've got so much to get through over the next 3 hours. You're listening to Drive's Premier League preview show here on talkSPORT. By the way, when I say the next sentence, you need to clap because we're going into an ad break, all right? Next up, we'll be chatting to our lovely live audience. That's you. We'll be asking whether any... Not yet. Not yet. Don't kill it. We'll be asking whether anyone can stop Arsenal this season. We're going to a break. Big up. We'll be back right after this. Live on Drive. See you in a minute.
Mo's phoned us up, Liverpool fan. Right, Mo?
100% coward. Where you been?
Kenny! How are you, Mo? Where you been?
Where you
I've
been?
been here. Hey, I've been busy.
Oh, of course you have. Where you been? What have you been up to?
It's like you, Jimmy G. Where have you been? You've not been here for a while. And neither has Candy. I mean, Candy's been trying to get his hair like growing, but he's looking quite smart, Candy.
Yeah, it's come back, mate. Back. The hair is back.
Right,
Everything's...
Are you going to be talking guff this season, Mo?
What are you doing this season, Mo?
Listen to that. Look, I've been listening to talkSPORT all day, and obviously been hearing the ex-pundits. I mean, what is this about Arsenal going to dominate? What is Martin Keown on? What is going on? They just beat a poor City side yesterday. It was only a friendly. I mean, what's going on? Arsenal are going to dominate. There's only one team who's going to dominate this league, and that is the boys. the best team on the planet, Candy and Jimmy G. The best team on the planet. You saw them playing yesterday. Wow. You know what, Candy? I can't wait to this league to start. I am telling you, we're going to win the quad, Candy. Quad, Candy.
There it is. There it is.
The quad.
The quad's back out.
Quad back.
Listen, well, come on. Look. Why you got music? Why are you putting laughter track on, right? Look, let's be honest here, right?
No, mate, listen,
Candy,
let's talk about your mob,
Candy,
right?
You shut up, yeah?
Let's talk about your mob.
You shut up. Candy, you shut up. You can't talk. No.
Mate, what's going on at Liverpool? What's going on, mate? What's happening in your place?
Candy, look. Candy, we're the best team on the planet.
You're not, though, are you, mate?
What the hell is going on? This is literally Premier League football drama at its absolute best. Oh my Gabrielle!
I can't watch this. Definitely saw it then.
Messi!
No!
Yes! Come on! Get in it!
What was that?
You see this crap every single game in the Premier League.
Oh, this is...
No goal.
That was embarrassing.
How good are they? How good are they? Welcome back. You're listening to Drive's Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and you lot here. Good work. What a great audience. We're here in partnership with Giacomo Styling Brands. For every man still to come, we'll be asking how Brighton, Bournemouth and Sunderland will balance Europe and the Premier League. Just quickly, let's get an update from the second day, the first test between England and Pakistan. Watching for talkSPORT. Let's have a round of applause for... No, he's not worth it. Sam Ellard.
Oh, I really wanted that. That'd have been really cool. That's bang out of order. Pakistan finally have the breakthrough. Joe Root and Jordan Cooks put on 150 runs for the third wicket partnership, but Cooks is out. England now 198 for 3, leading by 27 runs. He goes for 73. Usman Ali, the left arm spinner, getting one to turn away from Cooks, pushing at the ball outside edge and caught behind. Joe Root is still with the crease. He's played nicely, not out on 62. He's just been joined at the other end by fellow Yorkshireman Harry Brook. Despite losing that third wicket, England still in a really good position. 198 for 3, leading by 27 runs.
Should we have a round of applause for Sam Ellard? I think we shall. No, not that big. It's not worth it. Just a little ripple. Right, back to football. Let's start with the title race and whether anyone can challenge Arsenal this season. Mikel Arteta has been speaking to the media ahead of their opening game against Coventry tomorrow, and he was asked if he's keen to win games more comfortably than they did last season.
Well, the more dominant we are and the bigger the margins, the better. So in order to achieve that, we're going to have to be much better in every department. In order to achieve that, we need to have a much better availability in the squad that we have last year for long periods of the season to be able that those margins become bigger.
Right, we of course are joined by fans of all 20 Premier League clubs. So, honestly, you're so good. Shall we head to the crowd? We shall. The brilliant Angelina Kelly is joined by fans of Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea. Angelina Kelly, Good shirt, by the way. Good shirt.
Thank you. We're talking 98, 99 Man United. I had to bring the good stuff, didn't I? But so far, everyone's been getting on here. But we're going to kick things off with Luke, the Arsenal fan. Luke, I'm assuming you're not too fussed about the fans that are around you right now, but what's your question?
No, not really. Hi, guys. Big fan of the show. Thought I'd say that
thanks,
first and
Luke.
foremost.
It's nice actually, we see you every morning
more than
at
welcome. If Mikel Arteta is successful in going back-to-back, where would you place him amongst the Premier League greats as manager? Yeah, all-time great.
Hold on, if what? If Mikel...
If the Premier League champions defend
Arsenal,
the crown, Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta goes back-to-back, where would you place him among the Premier League managers? So, would you say he'd be better than Jurgen Klopp, even though he hasn't won a Champions League?
Oh, to go back-to-back, Jurgen Klopp. And we're talking just only Premier League. Do you know what's difficult? Because me and Andy have had this discussion so many times, is that with Jurgen Klopp, I know he won the Premier League, once was it? Because he won everything, it's kind of hard to kind of just diminish that. I know we're not talking about Premier League or Champions League, he's won a lot. But I think for sure, if he goes back-to-back, doing something that Wenger can never do, and the fact that I think Jose's did it, Alex Ferguson's done it, obviously Pep's done it. Yeah. I mean, he'd have to go into the discussion. Where you put him is up to you, but I think going back-to-back in the Premier League, he'd be one of the greats.
He wouldn't be one of the greats.
How would he not?
Well, Arne Slot won one, and he's not one of the greats.
Well, that's why he said back-to-back.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, I think longevity is key here. I think if you can do it over 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, dare I say it, then it shows significant growth throughout you as a manager and your club.
But is Jose great? Because he didn't do 10 years.
No, he didn't.
And he didn't win in Europe.
I know, but he won Chelsea League for the first time for over, 30, 40 years.
Well, Arteta's just done it over 20 years.
Yes, I know, but you're both Arsenal fans, so I feel as though I don't know. I mean, you tell me currently who are the great managers.
Well, yeah, Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Mourinho, Guardiola, obviously. Yeah, it'd be weird to put Arteta in there, but if you look at the job he's done and what he's done to Arsenal Football Club and how he's rebuilt the club...
I think to be considered a great, you need to win the Champions League.
Well, I said Premier League.
I know, but I said Champions League.
But Jose Mourinho did.
I don't know. It's a great conversation to be had. I suppose back to back. Realistically, we have to have that conversation.
Manager that's done back to back. So
I'd probably put him in the top 5 if he does that. He's obviously not going to get to Fergie.
Horrible show already today, isn't it?
But I love Wenger, right? But he would have managed to do something Wenger couldn't do.
Better than Wenger if he wins back to back?
No, not for me.
No.
Not for what Wenger did for the football club is.
Let's make sure we never have that discussion then, shall we? let's make sure Arsenal don't win the Premier League title. Do you think you will?
Yeah, I think we're the best team in the country right now. We're very strong, very stable. It's going to be up to the rest of the teams to try and chase down the Premier League champions.
That's enough airtime for Arsenal.
We're done with that. Well done for upsetting everybody already. We've got Adil, the Liverpool fan. Andy, hopefully this will be maybe a bit better for you. Not too sure.
Yeah, it's crazy how much life changes in a year. You got Arsenal fans talking about Klopp and Arteta all of a sudden after winning one league title. But I suppose what I was going to ask you, especially yourself, Darren, is if a transfer window last year, and I was sitting here last year talking to a Newcastle fan about signing Alexander Isak and going from winning the league to making all these new signings, how can a year change so much? And how comes that if we had a 10 out of 10 window last season, people now see us, and I'm hearing people saying that we might not finish in the top 4. I know yourself, Darren, you said we're going to finish second, but people are saying we might not finish in the top 4. Why can't we be in the title charge? We've got pretty much the same squad. Yes, we've lost Salah, but replace him with potentially Barcola.
Can I just ask before he answers, where do you think you'll finish?
I think we'll win it. I really do. Okay. I really do think we'll win it.
Don't laugh at him, all right? You think you'll win it?
I really do think we'll win it.
All right.
No, listen, I look at, and that's why I put Liverpool second, because you're right, you've lost Salah, but Salah last season wasn't up to the level we know he can be. But I think Isak will be better this year. I think the injuries that he got last year, obviously the broken leg was horrible against Tottenham. I think Kirkes, your fullbacks will be better. I think you've obviously Xhaka looks brilliant, the centre-half as well, and Araujo from Barcelona. I just think as a collective, you'll be a better team this year. And I think last year, maybe the pressure got to you, change the system, you lost Trent, Robertson obviously wasn't the same, and the dynamics of the whole team changed. But I think this season now, coming back, and because you're not maybe the favourites to win it, I think that might go in Liverpool's favour. But I still put them as that title challenges. You have to, because the squad, they've still got arguably one of the best defenders in world football. Alisson and they still one of the best goalkeepers. Isak, a couple of years ago, you'd say he's one of the best strikers in Europe. The squad's still there.
Yeah. Do you think that players do down tools for managers that they don't really fancy? So like Arne Slot, for example, do you think in a dressing room players do down tools if they don't really believe in the system or whatever. Obviously, they won't say it out loud, but have you ever seen it yourself?
Yeah, psychologically you do. Like, you don't mean to do it, and you think you're putting everything into it, but you're obviously holding it a little bit back, probably without even knowing it. And you look at the relationship, and also what you want to mention, the start of last season, Diogo Jota. Now, none of us in here know exactly the impact that had on the squad, because again, you speak to people in the dressing room, he was fantastic in the dressing room, so that probably had a big impact as well. So again, I expect Liverpool this season to come out fresh and certainly challenge for the league title.
I do think it'll be interesting to see how your manager gets on, because there's a big difference between managing a side like he used to and the one he's currently with. We've seen it before with David Moyes when he went to Manchester United, did well at Everton, big step up. We've seen it with Graham Potter when he went to Chelsea. I think that's sort of the unknown, right? You can do, because the expectation levels are so much different at much smaller clubs, right?
Yeah.
At Liverpool, you expected to not challenge, you expected to win the league.
And win every week.
And win the Champions League, right? Third ain't great for Liverpool. First is. That's the big difference. I don't think you'll win it, but without a doubt you'll be in the top 4, top 5, top 6, top 10.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
You won't go down.
Fair enough.
No, I think you'll be there or thereabouts, but I don't think you'll win it. Where do you think they'll finish?
Second.
You do?
I've got them at second, yeah.
Okay, so Man United first, Liverpool second. Where are we going next?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds great. Where are we going next?
So we've got a Chelsea fan now. What's your name, sir?
It's Dan.
And Dan, what's your question?
Is the Chelsea goalkeeper situation the one issue that will stop Chelsea doing really well and the ambitions they have? Because clearly Sanchez hasn't been great over the last 3-4 years. Is that the one thing that might hold Chelsea back from making a serious challenge for top 4?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you look at teams that have won the Premier League in recent history, they've all had a great goalkeeper. David Raya last season, Alisson, of course, before that, Ederson at Manchester City. Chelsea, you think about Chelsea when they've won league titles, Petr Cech, incredible goalkeepers. I think Sanchez is too hit or miss. Like, he'll make spectacular saves, whichever one will go world class, but then he'll drop one, you know what I mean, a routine save will go underneath him and get in the back of the net. I'm shocked and stunned that Chelsea didn't go in for Trafford. I really am. Obviously, Manchester City had him, Donnarumma came in, but the fact Leeds have got him, I mean, it's a fantastic signing for Leeds, but Chelsea, I looked at it and thought, well, surely you want a better goalkeeper, but listen, I think Sanchez is good. Is he top table? Probably not for me.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you think you'll get on this season, Dan?
I think we'll get top 4. I don't think we'll win the league. We're not good enough. We've still got a few holes in the squad, but I think we'll be a lot better than the last couple of years.
I've got Chelsea at third.
I didn't ask.
I'm telling you.
there's about 8 teams that fit into the top 3 here.
Well, now I've got Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea.
I meant amongst everyone here.
City, no.
You haven't put Man United in top 4?
Fifth.
Didn't you say that you think Spurs will finish? I will leave that to later on. That'll be interesting.
Sixth.
Okay. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was a great section. Still to come, we'll find out. Do you know what? That was like a snooker round of applause, wasn't it? After a good break. Like Jimmy White, 86. But that wasn't the round of applause I need going into our break. So give yourselves a round of applause. There you go. Still to come, we'll find out how Newcastle fans are feeling ahead of the new season. Time for a bit of no Googling first. We want to know, in fact, if you think you know the answer, put your hand up. And when we come back from a break, we'll stick a mic under your mouth and we'll find out whether or not you've got the right answer. Here's today's question. We want to know which 2 teams, you don't want to see the answer, which 2 teams share the record for losing the most games in a row at the start of a Premier League season. Which 2 teams share the record for losing the most games in a row at the start of a Premier League season? If you think you know the answer, put your hand up in the break. We'll come over to you. The Leeds fan already. The answer to that and so much more. Big round of applause. Coming up right after this. Live on Drive and talkSPORT. See you in a second.
Finished 9th.
Yep.
You come on talkSPORT and said that Chelsea are going to win the league.
Yep.
Who's the idiot?
We've got a manager that knows how to win a league.
No. Who's the idiot?
Won the Bundesliga.
I don't care. Who's the idiot?
What's the Spursy one? What's the Spursy ever won?
They finished 10th. Sorry.
10th.
Correction.
I know.
You finished 10th.
You'll take her place.
No, you finished 10th.
You'll take her place.
All right? And you come on talkSPORT and said that you're going to win the league.
You'll take her.
I don't think I'm an idiot in saying that Spurs can finish in the top 4 if we sign for Savinho and Mamush.
You'll take our place.
So,
Roberto De Spursy.
There's only one mug here, and it's you.
Roberto De Spursy, he'll take 10th, mate. That's a good season for you lot. Mate, you take that, Jay.
Don't
100%.
Don't Jamie.
Oh,
Don't
you-
Jamie. Right? Don't Jamie.
Jay, 100% you take 10th. I'll give you 10th now. With 10 games to go 10th. So you've not got to sweat like you did last season. Sweating over the last couple of games. Are we going to go down? Oh, no. We go, oh, no, we'll go down.
Mate, you finished 10th.
Yeah, I know we did.
You literally finished 10th.
But we've got a manager that knows how
That
to
is,
lead.
that's almost like you spent £1 billion on a football team.
Yeah,
and finished 10th.
Another billion.
Right, who's more embarrassing?
And we're going to win it.
Who's more embarrassing?
Do you know what we should do? We should go for Savinho and Mamouche. Then we'll definitely win it. Put that in the Todd.
keep.
Would you make, don't start getting.
No.
Don't.
I really want to swear at you, but I'm not going to. Right?
Don't, Jay. Take. I'll give you. Okay, here we go. 10th. Yes or no? Yes or no? Jay. Yes or no? Take 10th. He's going to take 10th. He's wrong there. You got to take 10th.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Very good, very good. Welcome back to the Premier League Launch Show. It's drive time. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and Darren Bent. talkSPORT and Meantime have teamed up to create a lager. It's called So Good Lager, which is pouring out at this very location right now. And the fans here absolutely loving it. Keep your eyes and your ears peeled, as it could be coming to a pub near you very soon. 18 plus. Please drink responsibly. Right. Shall I tell you the answer to the no Googling question? See if anyone knew it. The question was, which 2 teams share the record for losing the most games in a row at the start of the Premier League? Anyone? 2 teams I'm looking for. Anyone? Any guesses? Shout out loud. Derby and Leeds is not right. Anyone else? Sheffield United, no. No, not this. No. Shut up now. It's Portsmouth in 09-10 and Palace in 17-18. News to me as well.
One of the Palace fan knew that, but didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Still to come, we'll be joined right here by Jason Cundy and Gabby Agbonlahor. But now let's discuss some of these sides who will be balancing Premier League football with Europe this season. We are, of course, joined by fans of all 20 Premier League clubs. Very quiet they are this afternoon. Very quiet they are. I mean, you're back to zero. You've been 10, back to zero. Let's head back to the crowd now. The crowd. Angelina Kelly is again joined by fans, this time of Brighton, Bournemouth and Sunderland. Who are you starting off with, Angelina?
Yes, we're going to kick things off with Luke, the Brighton fan.
Yep.
got a question, or?
Yes, do you think Brighton should prioritise Europe and just deal with a poor league position, say 15th, 16th, 17th, and just be happy with that? And go for the full win at Europe.
It almost feels like that's the last little piece for Brighton in terms of their recruitment's always been one of the best in the division. They're a stable Premier League club, you'd have to say, but it's just can they tick that last box? I almost feel like, I know Villa are a much bigger club, I understand that, but this whole Unai Emery project, it felt like they needed a trophy to round it all off. I think for Brighton, under Tony Bloom and with the way you've kind of been building every single season and getting better and better, I think if you could add a trophy to it, at the extent of one season where, again, you don't go down, but it's a bit of a struggle in the league, I think most Brighton fans, I think most football fans, unless you're one of the Champions League sides, I get, but for a side like Brighton, winning the trophy would be incredible.
I think the problem is, Luke, I'll ask you the question, right? So the answer to the question, would you take a win in Europe and 17th? Everyone's going to say yes.
Yeah.
But it's not as simple as that. Would you take 17th in the semi-finals? That's the question.
No.
So
no.
Maybe that's your answer, right?
Yeah.
Because you're putting all your eggs in one basket, right?
Yeah.
Of course you're going to take a European trophy over staying in the Premier League.
And especially that Palace have won it as well.
Yeah.
The pressure's on.
I think Brighton are a side that can compete in both. Yes, maybe the results will fall off potentially in the league a little bit, but I think that they're good enough to win. I think English clubs, certainly that Europa Conference League and the Europa League, I look at Premier League sides now and the strength that we've got, that middle tier of team, which I put Brighton in, they should be winning that every single season, which is why we've seen the dominance so much in the Conference League and the Europa. So
can I ask you a question, without sounding rude? What are Brighton?
That's rude.
No, the reason I say it is because whenever you speak to people about Brighton, it's the first thing they say, such a well-run club. They produce so many good players, right? But there needs to be a moment where you go from Brighton to the next level up. Because if I ask everyone in here, everyone would say Brighton won't go down, they won't win the Prem. Right? 100%. And you probably won't get Champions League, right? I think if we're all being sensible.
Yeah.
So when will you make that next gap to make people like me answer with,
I don't know if we will, because we keep selling our players. So I think we are just a sustainable model, and that's all we really want to be. And some of our fans are happy with that. I'm personally not. I want to go for success.
Well, it's the PSR, innit? Because you look at Newcastle, they tried to take that next step, and they can't because of the financial fair play rules. And for a side like Brighton, who have to run their model the way that they do, that's where the gap and the divide's getting bigger and bigger.
So obviously you've got a player at the moment in the headlines, Belieber, right? He's linked to my club Manchester. For around about 60 million, it was going to be 100 million last year. I know he's out injured, but how much of a devastation would that be for you?
It wouldn't be.
Pardon?
It wouldn't be.
Why? Last season didn't play well, but before that, he was a good player, right?
Yeah. So, I don't think we'll miss him. But we do need to bring someone else in, because we are very short in that area.
Yeah. Where will you finish this season?
15th, 16th.
Okay, you surprised by that? 15th, 16th? Where you got Brighton down?
I'd have them in and around the 10th mark, just because the European aspect of football. That's the only reason why. But Brighton, again, they're always competitive, and they're not going to go. They're just not going to go down, which is why, certainly as the season progresses, if they're doing really well in Europe, and then it's obviously you get 2-3 games a week, then maybe they start prioritising the European campaign, because they're just not going to go down.
Okay, thank you for that, Luke. Where we go next, Angelina?
We're going to Craig, the Bournemouth fan. What is your question?
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Our pleasure.
Of course, AFC Bournemouth qualified for Europe for the first time ever. We have made 3 really good signings in Silva, Sanchez, and Rodriguez as well. Have we got enough strength to fight on both fronts? And can we replicate what we did and have a really good run in Europe?
I mean, listen, Marco Rose, I like him. your new manager. I mean, Andoni, though, was going to be a big miss. What he was doing there, he could have chose his clubs because I thought he was that good. I think you recruited really well, similar to Brighton. You do recruit really well. Even when you've lost play, just managed to continue this being competitive. But again, it's the European aspect. Have you got the squad that can compete on all fronts? Yeah. Again, Bournemouth are not going to go down. Do I expect you to have the season you had this time in this season? Probably not. But I still would put you as not in a favourite, but to go deep into European competition. So I think for the Bournemouth fan, still going to have a really, really good season because you're just a good side with good players.
It's very much like the Brighton scenario, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I don't think you can replicate, was it 6 last season?
Yep, 6 last season.
And you need a deeper squad because you've got European football. And you've got, a powerhouse like Newcastle, they've got all the money in the world but can't spend it. No. When they go deepish into like the Champions League, you see their league form struggle. Yeah. So I agree with Benny. I don't think you'll get anywhere near 6 because you've got European football. I think that's going to be tough. What would you take? What's a great season? If we all sit here in May and I say, what was your season like? What would have to have happened for you to reply with, it was a good season?
At the start of the summer, I thought 13th. Because of the loss of Andoni Iraola, I think he'll do a great job at Liverpool, and I think he will push Arsenal right to the very limit. I don't think he'll get them across the line and win the title. But for ourselves, looking at what Marco Rose has done during the summer, looking at our recruitment by Thiago Pinto, who's been fantastic, I would say 9th. And I've got my hotels booked for Frankfurt.
OK, why?
Holiday?
What for? Not the week of the final?
No, I actually...
You'll be busy with other teams there, you know that.
I believe we could get to the final.
Do you? OK.
I honestly do. And I think, it's that squad depth that we, might be lacking in the Premier League. That's going to be the dip-off. But in all honesty, you look at Alex Scott, Junior Krupi, he's going to be missing for the first 3-4 months. He will be back towards the end of the season when it really counts. Rayan looks fantastic. He's been a great signing for Vasco da Gama. We've got some real talent at AFC Bournemouth. And again, we've recruited very, very sensibly. Okay. Why not? Why not dream?
Have you really booked your room?
Yes, I have.
How much did you pay?
At this moment in time, it's £90 odd.
So tight.
To be honest, I could have pushed out the boat a little bit more, couldn't I?
Go for a double bed.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think they've got a chance. They've got a chance.
Where we go next, Angelique?
Well, good to know that Craig's a planner. We like that.
Yeah,
we like to hear that. But we've now got to have the Sunderland fan. Are you making any arrangements for the championship, or are you feeling confident? What's your question?
Well, first of all, I'm going to have his room when he decides he needs to sell it. So
already that sounds weird.
Yeah, fine. I want to ask, why are there so many pundits? Because there are no statistics to back this up. There's no evidence and no history to back this up. Why are so many pundits saying that Sunderland are going to suffer this second season syndrome? There is no team in over 20 years that's had an 11-place drop-off. I think the closest was when Darren made his debut for Ipswich. I think they made a 10-place drop-off. But it's only Sheffield United the other season. That's it, in about 25 years. So what is it that makes people think this?
Luckily, I'm not a pundit, I'm a presenter, but my pundit will answer it for you.
No, do you know what it is? The second season, I think you have to add the element of Europe into it. I think if Sunderland had finished just outside of Europe and had a fantastic season like they did, then I think a lot of pundits would probably be saying, no, they'll be able to survive. But that playing twice a week sometimes is difficult, really, really difficult. I mean, there are certain clubs, I'm trying to think of the club it was, but they couldn't win a game. I think it was Villa, actually. Every single time they played a European night, couldn't win a game at the weekend, a European game, and they were never going to go down. That would be my only concern for Sunderland, but seeing European football at the Stadium of Light, I mean, that is going to be absolutely incredible for them. But again, it's about survival this season. I know it sounds a little bit cliche to say it because you think we're better than that, but that European campaign, travelling around Europe, having to play weekends and then on the Wednesday or the Tuesday, it's difficult, Thursdays, it's going to be difficult for Sunderland. If they haven't got the squad, because you've brought in what? Is it one player I think you've brought in this transfer window?
Yeah, I mean, I still think we're going to bring in another 3 or 4, but it's probably 2 or 3 additions to the first team and then some to develop.
That's the thing. I mean, bringing one player in so far, if you can get more in, then of course that's going to help. But I just worry about the effect that will have on Regis Labrie. But he's shown already that he can handle most things.
Yeah, but on top of if we brought those players in, you have to remember that all the teams around us that you're saying comfortable 9th, 10th, they've sold players. We haven't sold anybody.
Yeah, but also,
I think that counts.
But I think also as well they've got Premier League experience, so they've been in the league for a number of years.
we've got like mountains of Champions League and European experience in the players we have.
We're going to go to break. You two carry on in the hallway. Right? It could get nasty. I hope that answers your question. We are going to go for a very quick break. They're going to go nuts when I tell them in 15 minutes we've got free food and booze for you. Loudest they've been all afternoon. If you're joining us live on the radio, today's the day you should be watching on YouTube or on your tablet, because we are coming from the 17th floor here at talkSPORT Towers. It should have been the 14th floor outside, but we were told that it was going to, I was going to say something else, rain quite heavily. It's not rained yet. 5 o'clock, I'm told the downpour is. Oh, producer Joe's pointing to the windows. If they go, look, there's the cloud. Oh, that cloud over there. So we were right to stay in here. OK, good. Give yourselves a round of applause, because when we come back, we'll hear more from our wonderful studio audience. We're live on Drive on talkSPORT. We'll see you after this.
So this summer has gone from bad to worse for Villa. Unai Emery, Morgan Rogers and Yuri Tielemans already gone, of course. And now it looks like Konza, that's the big one, is on his way to the Arsenal. Let's bring in another Gabby, who must be delighted. Gabby the Gunner, who has called us in 03717 22 3344. Gabby, a very good morning.
Dry your eyes, Gab. I know it's hard to take, but Concer's made his mind up. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, Gab. I know you want to make Concer see how much his pain hurts, but you've got to walk away now. It's over. Sorry, Gab. And Alan, welcome back, sir.
Thanks,
I'm
mate.
so pleased you've got a fit bill of health.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you.
No, I'm good, Gabby. Thank you very much, mate. I was missing this, so I'm back.
Missing you.
He's not missed you, mate.
Missing you, Alan.
He ain't missed you, Gabby.
Oh, he always misses me. It's you he doesn't miss, Gab. Come on, bro.
Can I ask you a question, though? You know,
Go on,
spending what you spent again this summer, is the minimum Champions League and Premier League for Arsenal?
Oh, Gab, listen, you've got to always make a great politician, wouldn't he, Alan? He really would make
I'm
a
asking
great
you,
politician.
Are you closer to winning the Champions League with these signings?
I still think we're short of one exceptional striker. I think Osimhen, Alvarez, that's kind of the missing link. It could be enough with Solis and with the guys we've got.
Premier League football drama at its absolute best.
Oh
my Gabrielle!
I can't watch this. Definitely saw it, Ness.
Messi! No! Guys, come on! Get in there!
What was that?
You see this crap every single game in the Premier League.
Oh, this is
no goal.
That was embarrassing.
God, they're so good. Welcome back. You're listening to Drive's Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh brands and fresh looks from Giacomo. Still to come, we'll be asking how many of the promoted sides can stay up this season. Just quickly, let's get an update from the second day of the first test between England and Pakistan. Watching for talkSPORT is Sam Ellard.
England 228 for 4, leading by 57. Root and Cox putting on 150 for the third wicket partnership, with a score at 198 for 2. But both went in consecutive overs. Cox making his maiden test 50, led on 73, edging behind the left-arm spinner Ali Usman. And then Root in the next over trapped LBW for 56 by Karum Shazad. Brook and Lawrence out of the crease now. Brook, though, dropped on 1, playing at a ball outside his off stump, trying to guide it down to third man, but he gets the thick edge and he goes through second and third. Brooks moved on to 15. Lawrence has got 12. England 229 for 4, leading Pakistan by 58 runs.
Thank you, Sam. Good work as always. Back to our studio audience in just a moment, but first it's time for this.
Objection! Sustained. I sentence you to a lifetime of supporting United. Football Court is now in session with Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yes, time now for Order in the Courts. We welcome back our mate, or Bentley's mate, Alex Fitzgibbon from our friends at Paddy Power for this week's Judge Paddy. Alex is here to rule on a topic that Bentley and I are going to debate. Alex, how are you?
Hey Andy, how are you keeping? All good?
I'm good. You sound like you miss me. You all right?
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. Sure, I missed the Man U around. Like the jersey.
Thanks very much. I never thought I'd
Not
say
bad.
this, but what are you wearing?
Hoodie.
Good, okay.
Yeah,
We've
plain
all
and
got that
simple.
image. What are we
Bentley
going
wearing
to
an Ipswich jersey. What's the story with that?
Yeah, wow, your eyes are working.
Nice, isn't it? Do you like it?
It's all right.
Yeah, this is the reason why we don't let you ad-lib. Right, what are we talking about this week, Judge Paddy?
So this week we're going with, obviously, Arsenal off the back of last week. We're going with, can Arsenal win it all this season?
Can Arsenal win it all? You mean all 4, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, you're serious. Okay, Benny, do you want to go first? You've got 45 seconds.
I can go second.
Okay, I'll go first. I've got 45 seconds on whether or not Arsenal can win it all, and my time starts now.
All rise for the Honourable Judge Paddy.
No. I don't think Arsenal can win it all, simply because I think winning the quadruple will never, ever happen. We've seen bigger squads, Man United, better squads as well, Man City as well, than Arsenal have currently got. I think you need a goal scorer to give you 20, 25 goals a season in the Premier League. You have got a very, very good team. I think you're lacking maybe on the left-hand side. I think you win the Premier League. I think it's a toss-up when you get to the League Cup and FA Cup. Obviously, you'll be one of the favourites for it. But Champions League, I just don't think you can do it. I think it's a bit too mental.
Order!
You're just too mental. There you go. Round of applause for me. Yeah! Maybe they should judge. Huh? Maybe they should judge. Would you like to hear Darren Bent's 45 seconds? Yeah, of course you would. Bent, your 45 seconds. They begin now.
Court is now in session, and it's already wildly unprofessional.
Yeah, I think they can win all 4. I've got to say that. I think they've still got the best squad, the most settled squad. I think the European aspect, they got close. I think it was quarterfinals, then semi-finals, and the final. Hopefully the next year it's going to be the win. I think you're right with the flip of a coin with the FA Cup and the League Cup. But I think they've got the squad. There's a lot of moving parts, certainly in the Premier League. New managers, new players coming in. Arsenal have only added additions. Hopefully they don't lose too many. I know Trossard's gone out the door, but I just think they're the team that's most set to challenge across the board. Obviously the hardest one's going to be the Champions League.
Order!
Right, now, before we hand over to you, Alex, we'll maybe do it on who gets the bigger round of applause. So if you think Darren's was better, clap now.
That's it, yeah? There you go.
But if you think it was yours truly, round of applause. Lovely. Tear in my eye. If I could adopt you all, I would. Let's go to Judge Paddy. He's either going to agree with you or look a right fool. Judge Paddy, who are you going with?
Yeah, I think I'll go with, obviously, Andy this week. I think Benty, you touched on it there. I think they'll be there or thereabouts, but I do think they'll get knocked out with one of the other 3. I think they will win the Premier League. I just can't see them winning the Champions League, being honest.
Yeah, thanks for that, Al.
But, yeah, Sam, no problem.
You should wait till Friday till you have a drink. Thanks for coming on with Speech You Properly on next week's show. Round of applause for Alex.
Cheers, Al.
Yeah, that's nice. There'll be another debate in front of Judge Paddy soon. 18plusgamblerware.org.
Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Let me just file that. Right, shall we go back to Angelina Kelly? I think we shall. Angelina, what are we talking about now?
We're talking all things Newcastle,
Good.
and we need to be calm. We've got Alex here. You know, it's been a bit of a rough summer for him, with Eddie Howe out the door, new manager, some of the new signings that I'm going to guess that you've probably not heard of. You had to do quite a bit of Googling. So it's been rough for him, but what's your question?
Yeah, you're right, lads. I know, Bent, you touched on it earlier with the sort of the PSR restrictions. I know it's a bit of a controversial subject, but can you ever see the likes of Newcastle and maybe Villa, teams like that, breaking into the Big Six as it is now? Can you ever see that gap being bridged? Because we seem to have one good season and then we just know that the following season we can't spend enough, so but expectations aren't as high. Can you ever see us bridging that gap, or do you think the way things are?
Not with these current restrictions. I think it's impossible. I think the Big Six are there. It's a little bit unfair. Me and Andy have said it many a time on the show about you guys have got the wealthiest owners in sport, and if he could write a cheque that you guys will be fine if he was to ever leave the club to make sure you're okay for the next 5 to 10 years, and I think that should be fair. But I think while they currently, the restrictions as they are, you're never going to see it, not consistently anyway. You might have one year like you've done it, you've dipped your toe into the Champions League, and Villa have done that as well. But to consistently be able to keep spending money and keep getting into the Champions League and competing with the top six, traditional top six, I just can't see it happening at the minute as the rules as they are.
Yeah, that's a gamble for us, because we expect to sell one big player. Isak last year, we thought maybe he's one this summer, but to sell 3 big ones and not really replace them, I think that's kind of dampened the expectations quite a lot going into the summer.
And even losing Bruno, Tonali, Anthony Gordon, I just think, how's anyone supposed to compete or go to that next level if you keep selling your best players?
Isak as well, another one.
Yeah.
No, we don't mention his name, but...
Oh, do we not?
No.
It's lucky I didn't.
Oh, then he's there Sunday, isn't he? You're going to give him a...
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's fit or not, but...
You give him a good reception, though, no?
Good. Loosely.
You know he scores the winner against you, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
That's how football works, right?
It'll be 85 plus, yeah.
Yeah,
minutes.
plus maybe 2 more. Thank you for your question. Good work. Give him a round of applause, would you? Brighton, they're away to Toronto in the Conference League qualifying. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT 2 at 6 p.m. tonight. Team news for that is in. Alex Crook has all the details. Crookie, good evening to you.
Good evening. Carlos Baleba and Yankuba Minteh have both been linked with moves away from Brighton. Neither feature tonight due to injury. Karu Matoma also absent. Lewis Duncan, Jack Hinshelwood both start on the bench, not risked on Tromso's artificial picks. There is a debut, though, for £50 million record summer signing Luka Vuskovic, as well as youngsters Ibrahim Osman and Malik Yaoukoué. So the Brighton lineup for this Conference League playoff first leg: for Bruggen in goal, a back four of Vifa, Vuskovic, Buscagli and Kadioglu, Gross and Yaoukoué in front of them, Gomez, Ayari and Osman in behind, Jorginho, Ruter up front. A little fact for you, Andy: Tromso's ground is the northernmost professional football stadium in the world. This game gets underway on talkSPORT 2 at 6 o'clock.
I told you that this morning, didn't I? We're going to have a quick break. Let's see how excited they are about 2 pieces of news that I've got for them. This will be judged on the noise level. So Gabby Agbonlahor will be with us right after the break. Watch this, judge it compared to, in about 2 minutes' time over there, you can get free food and beer. Same as me. Right, we're going to have a quick break. More from the 22 of us right after this live on Drive on talkSPORT with C in Seconds. Do not go anywhere.
And 2 weeks today, the transfer window closes. Would you anticipate much more business in terms of incomings between now and then?
Well, you can see the league, how unpredictable the league is, and the amount of things that can happen on a day. So it's better not to talk too much, be prepared, be open, and hopefully we can wrap up the transfer window in a really positive way.
You were speaking before the Community Shield. You were asked about your long-term future and contract negotiations, and you said there's nothing to worry about, Arsenal fans. Do you see yourself as somebody who can do what the likes of Guardiola and Wenger and Ferguson did and stay at the club for many years and build a dynasty?
I want to do what I'm capable of doing and what is the best for the club, and I feel very, very happy and grateful to be sitting where I am with the people that I work with every single day, and my ambition is to continue this way.
Was it strange at Cardiff on Sunday that you weren't facing Pep Guardiola in the dugout, given that rivalry that's developed and obviously your relationship with him?
It was different. Obviously, I know Enzo really well, but obviously the relationship that I built with Pep when we work with each other, and then the amount of headaches and sweats that he has provided to me over the last 6-7 years to try to catch up to the level and the standards that they set in the league has been an absolute inspiration. I think he's left a benchmark and a mark in this league that it will be history forever, and he made us, I think, all of us better.
Have you had many conversations with him since the end of the season, since you were crowned champions?
I had, and I have due to have an important as well in the next few days, and I'm looking forward to it.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Look at them, they're so good. Welcome back to our number 2 of Drive's Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here. Still to come, we'll be asking whether any of the promoted sides can survive this season, because there's just one day to go until the Premier League returns.
Arsenal, for the first time
time in 22 years, and champions of the Premier League. Manchester City are changing manager in the summer.
A huge honor to represent this club. I love you so much.
Tottenham Hotspur are safe.
Are you ready? I got to
Sunderland fans, get your passports out. It is a night of Villa glory. The Tigers are back in the big time.
And Ipswich are back at the summit of English football.
Fantastic job done by Frank Lampard. Coventry are champions.
Are you ready?
Haaland, 1-1. Terrific goal. Bruno Fernandes. João Pedro equalises.
It's talkSPORT. We are Premier League.
Oh, we're so excited. The wait is nearly over. The Premier League returns to talkSPORT tomorrow with 2 huge games to kick off the new season. Tomorrow night at 8, we'll see Coventry smash Premier League champions Arsenal. Fingers crossed, it's live on talkSPORT. Then on Saturday lunchtime, the Premier League champions in waiting, Manchester United, they're away at Hull. Tough game that, by the way. Live from 12:30. And we are currently joined by fans from all 20 Premier League clubs as we look ahead to another massive season. Can you keep your applause going? Because it's time to say hello to this man.
When you're tired of playing.
Great cross, Akbon Lahore touch! And it's a lifelong Aston Villa supporter.
But you have to sell. You have to sell, Peter.
You don't have to sell this summer. It's all paper nonsense.
10th, 11th, 12th.
You haven't got a clue.
Let's have a big round of applause for the legend that is Gabby Agbolo, everyone. Gabby, how are you?
I'm very well. A privilege to be with you two guys, the main men.
Why are you shaking just the Villa fan? There's loads of fans. Why don't you go straight to the Villa fan?
Because I'm not fake. You know, Villa are my team. Straight to the Villa fan.
Do you want to shake Leeds before that whole? You work past whole Leeds there, 2 Leeds there.
Teams that will be below us, maybe not.
Yeah, he's right, because only one of those teams have got Garnacho.
Great player.
Yeah, you like him.
You know we have to big him up, Andy. You know, stop it.
Are you a fan of God? We'll talk about that a bit later. Are you good? Are you all right? You looking forward to the start of the Premier League season?
Excited now, yes. Can't wait for the first game. Hopefully Coventry. We love Frank Lampard, don't we?
Yeah.
Hopefully he can have a good performance and a good result.
You honestly. He didn't believe that.
No, of course he does. Before you're a pundit, obviously you're a player, play for England, Aston Villa. Did you get excited about it? Did it feel different this week leading up to the start of another Premier League season? Can you remember?
Yeah, it was always the last game before the season started, normally on the Saturday before the season started. That was the game where you normally thought if you're starting, you're going to be starting in the first Premier League game. But as a striker, you always wanted that first goal, you know, get off the mark, because you go 3 games, you go 4 games, 6 games, the pressure's on for strikers to get off the mark. So there'll be a lot of the forward players wanting to score in this first game.
Good, OK. We've got loads of questions for you. In fact, Angelina can kick things off. Who you joined in the front row alongside Angelina Kelly?
Well, I am joined by Gabby's #1 fan, Ben, the Villa fan, and also a very big Alejandro Garnacho fan, which I've been having a good old chuckle about. Best of luck with him. But Ben, what is your question?
No, afternoon, lads. So I feel as though Pep Guardiola, night and day, best manager in the Premier League, he's now gone. Surely this means, especially after the Europa League, Unai Emery's the best manager in the Premier League, categorically at this point, surely.
Do you believe that?
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Why are you smiling?
Because I'm happy about it. We've got him.
Because you're happy about it?
Yeah.
OK, so your question is Unai Emery now currently the best manager in the Premier League?
Is he the best manager in the Premier League?
I've got him at 2.
Who's one?
Arteta. Because I think, listen, Unai Emery, 5 Europa Leagues. I bet he'd swap all 5 for 1 Premier League title, because it's the hardest to win. The Europa League this season, don't get me wrong, I think he's top draw manager. But I think once you win a Premier League title at a club like Arsenal in your first job, I'd give him the edge now, just over Unai. But last season, before he'd won it, I was Unai #1, well behind Pep #2.
Do you think, though, that his itch was not scratched a little bit because he's won titles in France, for example, like 5 Europa Leagues to 1 Premier League?
What would you rather win as a Villa fan?
The Premier League. Fair enough, yeah.
You know what? I think Benty's right in Arteta. I mean, winning the Premier League is the ultimate goal for a manager, of course, and the Champions League. But what Unai Emery has done since he's come to Aston Villa, you know, like relegation battle really under Steven Gerrard, to come in, to qualify for Europe in that season, And to be in Europe every season since then, to beat PSG at home in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, to be selling your best players every season, but he doesn't moan, he gets on with it. And I think most Aston Villa fans will be a bit worried this season, but they'll trust the manager.
Ben, can I ask you a question? So we've already seen the exodus of quite a few big players at your club, right? Yuri Tillemans has come to mind. We've seen one of your big-name players go to Chelsea, of course. There is a real worry that if this trend continues, if you do have the best manager in the Premier League, he could be the next one to leave. Does that concern you?
Potentially. I mean, it's always going to be on the mind of Villa fans in a sense of how long will he stay if he doesn't, PSR restricts him from signing certain players, etc. But he's now got a team full of Unai Emery signings. He's never had that before. It was Dean Smith, Steven Gerrard signings that he turned into great players. And we've lost a few, fair enough, don't get me wrong. But who was Morgan Rogers before he came to Aston Villa? Where was Yuri Tillemans before he came to Aston Villa? He was on the bench at Leicester, couldn't even get in ahead of Douglas Luiz, who's a decent player, fair enough.
Good point.
So Emery turns these players into better players, and that's why I believe Garnacho is just another example of it. I think he'll have such a good time under Emery, and he'll do well.
Do you think there's still question marks around Unai at a top club? Because you look at his success, and this is no disrespect, he's done brilliant at Villa, brilliant at Villarreal, brilliant at Seville. But when you look at it at Arsenal, didn't quite work out for him. PSG, I know everyone wins the league over there, didn't quite happen for him. Do you think he's still got in himself, question marks at the very, very top?
I don't think he'll have question marks because I think he believes in himself and he's so dedicated to football. But what I will say is where he goes next will be a top job, of course. And when he goes there, that's the crowning moment. I think of Real Madrid, a Barcelona, he's probably ready for that step now. But he's probably best suited at a club like Villa that will give him the keys and say, who do you want? Well, we won't be able to get him, but we'll get the second best player because of PSR. But who do you want? Bring him in, staff, etc. That's where he's suited best.
Gab, let me ask you, do you think Aston Villa got more of a chance of having a better season without European football? Because we talk about Chelsea and the prospect of them winning the Premier League because they don't.
Oh, 100%, but the time comes that Aston Villa don't have European football, this manager will be gone. He's addicted to European football, 5 Europa Leagues, done very well in the Champions League with Aston Villa. That's why I'm a bit worried this season. With the Champions League, I think we'll get out of the group stage. If we don't finish in that top 7, I think he will go. I don't think he stays, and he wants to be a top 10 manager. He wants to be fighting for the elite titles and European football every season.
OK, where do you think Villa will finish this season?
7th.
7th?
Yeah, I think yeah, because how can you compete
I think that's fair.
with the teams that are spending? Look at Spurs.
Wow.
Already spent nearly £230 million, and they're talking about Marmoush and Savinho. That must be nice. Aston Villa are looking at deals. They're looking at cheaper players. We might end up relying this season on a 17-year-old. That's how crazy.
Do you think you'll finish above Spurs?
No, I don't. I think Spurs finishing 6th.
Yeah. OK. Good question. Thanks for that, Ben. Where are we going now, Angelina?
We're going to Man United now, Andy. This is what you've been waiting for. I know. We've been sat waiting.
I'll answer it now. Yes, of course we can win the league.
Yeah. We've got Ibrahim here. What is your question?
Hi everyone.
Hiya.
Thanks for having me. Massive fan.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
So my question is, I'm a dreamer, and I think United could have a great season, could win it all. But
Sorry, what was that last part?
Don't answer him.
No. What was that last part?
Plead the fifth. Don't answer him.
League.
You can win the league.
No. But
could win it the weekend, he said. Could
the
win it the weekend.
League Cup.
Yeah.
My question is for all of you.
Yeah.
If, gun to your head, you had to make a prediction that you believe in, that you think other fans would laugh at, what would it be?
If I had to make a prediction that other fans would laugh at, well, that would be Man United to win the league. I think that would get laughed at, right? United won't win the Premier League this season. It just can't happen. You don't believe that, do you?
No, I don't think they will win the league, but I think they could.
I don't think they can.
I think they could have a decent year.
I think we don't know who our striker is. He's been playing a boomer up top in pre-season. Defensively, we've still got the same defence as we had 4 years ago. We've got a good goalkeeper. I don't think he's the best. We saw that at the World Cup, although he came on in difficult circumstances. Midfield looks OK. But when you look at the other teams that are above us, and I include Man City in that, a lot of people think they're going to tail off. I can't see that. But Arsenal, of course, it pains me to say, but head and shoulders above Man United at the moment. I don't know what Liverpool are going to do this season. They could easily finish above Man United. I think with Man United having Champions League football, if Man United replicate the league performance last season, finish 3rd again, Michael Carrick, I think that's an unbelievable season. Champions League football in 3rd will be, I think, the best United can hope for. Benty?
Yeah, I agree. I don't have them as one of the favourites. I think you'll finish 5th is what I've got you. If you bring in, still Manchester United, of course, things can change quite quickly, but I just don't think you're bringing enough players. I think defensively you still need a centre-back. I know you're trying to actively get Lewis Hall from Newcastle, but I think you're finishing the Champions League spots again. And as you said there, the aspect, the change will be, can Michael Carrick handle the European aspect and League? We've said that quite a lot today on today's show, but I think, you're still finishing the Champions League spots this season.
Gabster?
I agree. I look at defensively, Dallo and Mazraoui. I don't really look at those two right-backs as the right-backs that are going to get Manchester United into a title challenge. I look at centre-halves. Harry Maguire, still Manchester United's best centre-half. Lissandro Martinez, injury-prone. Young lad Heaven, he's a good player. De Ligt. I mean, I've got a better back than De Ligt, I think. I think he's been injured that long with his back injury. So the problems in defence, you need backup for Luke Shaw as well. If they bring in the right defenders, they've got a chance of top two, I would say. But without bringing in those players, I don't see Manchester United challenging at all.
Is that fair?
He is somewhat fair, but top two's not bad.
Top two would be great. I just don't think it's achievable. I really don't. Because if it's top two, that means Man City won't be in. I mean, I think Arsenal are going to win the league, right?
Yeah, they're the massive favourites.
Yeah, and then that means we're above Man City, we're above Chelsea, we're above, who am I missing out? Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think it's a big ask.
It is a big ask, but it is possible. Carrick has picked up the most points since he's taken over the last 6 months. If United don't prioritise the cups, then it is only 2 games a week.
But and Man United will prioritise Champions League, right? That's a big competition.
They did embarrass themselves last time in the Champions League, didn't they?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, because we didn't win it, and that is an embarrassment.
No, but you did embarrass yourself. There were some real bad results last time.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can improve on that.
Remind me what ones?
Oh, where'd you start?
Well, at the beginning.
I remember the group stage, Manchester United struggled, so...
It's a different team this time around.
Yeah, of course.
And a lot of that was Onana letting in some really funny goals in the Champions League. I remember, it was a lot of goals.
Yeah, he was poor.
He was just gifted.
Was League Cup Grimsby this year? Just gone?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me about that. I hope that answers your question. Can you give him a round of applause? And yourselves if you ask a question. We've got Gabby for the whole hour. So if you've got a question for Gabby you want to ask, think of it and we'll come to you a bit later on. But give yourselves a bigger round of applause as we go into the first break of the 5 hour. Drive live on talkSPORT. It's Andy Goldstein Darren Bent and the ledge that is Gabby Agbolon. Keep it going. We'll be back right after this. See you in a minute.
I put it on silent and plane mode the whole time I was on holiday.
Good lad.
The
I did
time.
message you and you pied me.
Well,
I was like, it's fine.
Well, I didn't get it.
Fine.
I didn't get the message.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm back now, right?
Yeah.
And I've got a little surprise for you.
Oh, you got me a present.
I've got you a little prize.
What you got me?
I've got you.
What you got me? Ah! He's got me a Jason Cundy Tottenham shirt.
There you go, mate. You wanted one.
Is this official your shirt?
That's the official,
This
right?
is a match-worn shirt.
It's a match, probably match on the bench.
That's amazing.
So I've got a little Sharpie here, mate, and I'm going to sign it in the break.
I want you to sign it. We have to come up with something. What are we going to put on it?
Dear numbnuts.
And that's amazing. Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It's in my mum and dad's house.
That's so good.
There you
That's
go.
fully fledged. This is proper Premier League.
Yeah.
That's,
there you go, mate.
Thank you, mate.
That's
That's
all
going
right,
to go
see?
up on the wall. I
Is it?
didn't get you anything.
That's all right.
So, sorry. I didn't think we were exchanging presents.
Well, no, it's fine. You asked. You did say to me, if I find one, can I have it? And there you go, mate.
You found it. Well done.
Found it, matey.
That's so good.
There you go.
Fits as well. Fits.
Excellent.
I love the old shirts because they're all massive.
Yeah.
So I can get that on.
You want me to sign it? You're going to stick it on your wall? You're going to.
Yeah. Of course I want you.
When Spurs play, you might wear it, Jay.
No. What's number 26?
No, I got bumped out, didn't I? Jurgen Klinsmann took me 18.
Yeah, and that's Ledley King's number as well, isn't it? Like, literally, Cundy's the worst player to wear number 26 for Spurs.
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. Thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Yes, good afternoon. If you're watching on YouTube, that's where the show's coming from today. St Paul's Cathedral. No, it's not. You're listening to Drive and our Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent and Gabby Agbonlahor here. Partnership with Giacomo Style and Brands for every man. Still to come, we'll hear our Man City fans are feeling ahead of their first season without Pep. Just quickly, Spurs, as you mentioned, they're in talks to sign both Savinho and Omar Mamouche from Man City. Curtis Jones is set to join Inter from Liverpool for £30 million. If you're just turning on your radio now and you're thinking, I can listen to it, I can watch it, today's the day you want to watch it, because if our camera pans around, you'll see so many good-looking football fans. Give them all a wave and a round of applause at home. There they all are. They look fantastic. So make sure you stay with us on YouTube. Right, let's talk a bit of Brentford, shall we? They're going into their second season under Keith Andrews, having finished 9th last time out. We can head back to the crowd. Angelina Kelly has been joined by a couple of their, I'm guessing, very happy fans. Angelina.
Yes, we've got the dynamic duo, Billy and Dave here. But Billy, you're going to be asking the question today. What have you got to say to the guys?
That's right, OK. And listen, we're not going to get tantic about this. You know, obviously, a lot of people put Brentford down last season. They said we're going to get relegated after Keith Andrews came in, including yourself, Andy. But listen, that's not a problem because we're not going to go on that. I'm going to flip my question a little bit. What we're going to say is that Brentford, they finished above so-called big clubs this season, like Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham. But also you've had clubs like Brighton, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace upsetting the apple cart. I'm just wondering, is the gap between the traditional big clubs and these well-run smaller clubs getting smaller? And are we starting to see some of these usurp some of the traditional giants because they're simply better at running a football club?
Good question. Gabby, there were lots of big words there, so I'll go to Benty first.
And we have a Lego stadium as well, by the way, Gabby, is that right? Yeah.
It's in the way, isn't it? Just fold it up after games.
Go on, Gab, we'll stay with you. You can answer. Is the gap getting bigger?
It definitely is. When you look at Brentford's results last season, I mean, there was a lot of people that thought Brentford would struggle. Keith Andrews coming in, especially Andrew over there. But they've got some very good players. I mean, Thiago, 22 Premier League goals last season. Did struggle at the World Cup, I thought, when he got to a higher level. Will he be able to have another season?
He played half a game.
But when he did, he was poor, and then he took out the team. But if he can do it again, that's what Brentford fans will want to see. I love watching Shardo on that left-hand side, Katara as well. They've got some very good players, Brentford, and I think they could have easily the same season as last season.
But we've got strength in depth this year as well, and that's the thing. Sangare's come in, and he's the player that we wanted. Jordan Henderson was wicked for us last season. We got him in because we were a little bit all over the place at the beginning of the season, but he came in, he sort of steadied us. But the fact is that, you know, Jordan was great for a stopgap. But, you know, we didn't need a stopgap. We need somebody else who's going to be the future. Sangare, he's unbelievable.
Well, Ben, you're a fan of the front three at least. Yeah. You're a big fan of Brentford, right? They're going to do damage this season.
I think so. I mean, I did their game. I was lucky enough to do their game at the weekend against Frankfurt, and 7-0. I mean, it should have been 10, really, with the chance that they missed. But you're right. I thought Sangare's performance in that game and what it's been pre-season. I mean, I think I listened to an interview with him and he was talking about he wants to be one of the best midfield players in the Premier League, and I think on the showing of what I've seen so far, I mean, he's incredible. He's a little bit, I'm not going to kind of compare them, but his style's a little bit Patrick Vieira-like in terms of he's tall, he's got a big frame, can get about, break up play, can also score a goal as well. I think Brentford could easily replicate what they did last season, for sure.
I hope that answers your question. You've got a Forest fan to your right as well. You've got an ambitious owner. You've got no Elliot Anderson. What question have you got for us?
Hello, guys. How important is it that Oliver Glasner is backed now? Because 4 managers is 4 too many in one season. How important is it he's backed even if Glasner has a bit of a sticky patch? Because at Palace, at the very start of his reign there, they didn't win for a long time. It looked like they were going to get sacked after they lost to ourselves, actually. So how important is it that we stick by him for our long-term success to bridge that gap? Because Marinakis, like you say, he's ambitious. We want to get back into Europe this season, and it's definitely possible.
I still can't get my head around that. Glasner going to Forest after what Forest did to him in terms of the European aspect. I still can't. But listen, he's a fantastic manager. I mean, you'd probably say, and the Crystal Palace fan would probably agree, the greatest in your history in terms of manager. There's no telling what he can do. I mean, what he did at Crystal Palace, if you're saying in 2 seasons they win a European trophy in the FA Cup, 3, and the Community Shield, I would have said no chance. But he's a fantastic manager, and I think if Marinakis backs him, with the players you've got, I know Elliot Anderson's gone, but there's no reason why Forest can't again push for Europe.
I think you have to back him as well because Morgan Gibbs-White, he'll see all his friends go into big clubs. He would have looked at Elliot Anderson, Morgan Rogers. They're going and getting the big money, going to play Champions League football. How long will Morgan Gibbs-White want to stay at Nottingham Forest? Say if they don't finish in European positions, could he be one that leaves next summer?
Quite possibly. He should have been in the England setup in the summer. He was magnificent for us, dragged us to safety on his own, essentially, with 15 league goals. I mean, how he didn't get ahead of the likes of, I don't know, half-injured Saka, Madueke, and players like that.
Not of Arsenal there, you're mentioning. Not of Arsenal there, you're mentioning.
I mean, Max Dowman's going to be the hit this summer, I think, in this season.
Let me ask you a question. The expectation of your club from your owner, Marinakis, I think is much higher than the fans. Is that fair? Is that a worry? Is that a danger?
I think we match it.
Do you?
We want Europe this season again because the fact that half the league is in Europe and half the league has also got new managers, including ourselves, but we've got a relatively settled side. We've only sold 1 player. We've bought in Xavier Slager, who we had at Wolfsburg. We've bought in Ousmane Diomande, who wanted at Crystal Palace. I just think the setup this summer is a far more calmer approach. We've already been linked with Liam Delap by talkSPORT yourselves. We're already looking at a right wing back and potentially a central midfielder. So I think the basis is there for us to have a really good season, especially with only 1 game a week.
So where do you think you should finish this year?
We should be challenging for Europa League spots, but I think we'll finish 8th.
Decent.
Okay.
Have a good season.
Give yourself a round of applause and everyone else as well. Still to come, we'll be asking if anyone can stop Haaland winning the gold boot. First, it's time for a bit of no Googling. Hit that button, Jack. Good work, Jack. We want to know which player holds the record for getting an assist in the most consecutive Premier League games. Which player holds the record for getting an assist in the most consecutive Premier League games? We'll be back right after this lot. Go and get more beer and more crisps, yeah? More beer, more... Good answer. See you in a second.
To your left was in Seattle, Miami, Houston, LA. He was all over the place. He was. He is Danny Murphy, and he was magnificent, particularly when you consider that one comment during commentary, and he went viral.
He used to have a cat called Bob. The game's not that bad. Yeah, he jumped in the back of a Royal Mail van and we lost him.
We have a double substitution for Norway.
Sad, really.
Alexander
anyway.
Now, you were talking about Bob the cat. Yeah. Tell us about Bob the cat, because by God, everybody went crazy when they heard that.
Well, firstly, it's nice to be appreciated, isn't it, for the good analysis and all the hard work I'd done on the teams, the formations, the players, the hours of effort you dedicate to your job. No, it was just one of those things that the game wasn't very good. We were chatting away. Oscar Bob came off the bench and it just came out, and then it went on and on.
Bob the cat. Why have you never shared this with me and Simon in the many hours that we share together?
Well, because I've got you two on a pedestal of being intellectual, sophisticated men. Well, at least one of you.
I was going to say.
So I didn't think that'd be a topic that you'd be interested in, but no, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Good fun. I think it's nice.
I don't like cats.
Do you not? No, that doesn't surprise me. Why don't you like cats?
I've never liked cats. I like dogs.
You don't like people.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
So good.
Hey, Villa fan ain't even clapping.
Well, we won't be clapping this season. Welcome back. You're listening to the Drives Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent and Gabby Agbonlor. talkSPORT, by the way, and meantime, have teamed up to create a lager. Oh, so good. It's called So Good Lager, which is being poured at this very location right now. The fans, you loving it? Is it nice? I mean, it's free. That helps, right? Keep your eyes and ears peeled, as it could be coming to a pub near you very, very soon. 18 plus. Please drink responsibly. Right, the answer to the question, before the break, I said, which player holds the record for getting an assist in the most consecutive Premier League games? Anyone want to have a little guess?
Pedro Neto.
Not Pedro Neto, not Silva. Anyone else? Who? Ryan Giggs, was that guess? Yeah, you're wrong.
He played for Arsenal.
Let me guess.
Go on.
Ozil.
It is a round of applause for Gabby, who can read. Well done. Right, let's focus on the 3 new sides in the Premier League, because Coventry boss Frank Lampard, he has been speaking to the media ahead of their opening game against the Arsenal. It's live on talkSPORT tomorrow, and he was asked what the aim this season is.
To compete in every game we play. And take every game as it comes. It's cliche, but it's also a reality of not getting too far ahead of ourselves. I have experience of the Premier League as well as working in the Championship, so I'll try and get that across to the players as well, but I want them to go in with a lot of belief. There's hopefully good energy about players that haven't played at this level, that are desperate to play and deserve to be here. And I'm talking players like Ephron Mason-Clark, Brandon Thomas-Asante, other players. Matt Grimes spent a long time working in the Championship with the aim, can I get to the Premier League? And go on with some names there. But I think that's a good energy for us, which we have to tap into. So yeah, I think everyone should feel the same. And it starts at Arsenal, can start at a harder place to go.
Good work, Super Frank. Right, let's head back into our crowd, because Angelina Kelly has been joined by fans of Coventry, Ipswich and Hull. Angelina, where are we going first?
Well, it's all been booting off already because the Coventry and Ipswich fans have joined forces and said that Hull are definitely going down. So already it's feeling a little bit tense, I'll be honest. But we've got Dean, the Coventry fan, here. What's your question?
So we often hear the words, the Frank Lampard effect, in inverted commas. Do you think that's a thing? And how important will it be this season for
Can I ask, before we answer that, what do you think the Frank Lampard effect is? What is the thing?
I think he comes in, energises a team, gets them playing to a higher level than what they're capable of.
Okay. Is that a thing, the Frank Lampard effect?
If I'm honest, I've never heard that, but I thought he did a great job at Derby. Just obviously didn't get him promoted, but I think it's unfairly treated, certainly at Chelsea. Everton fans maybe would have a different kind of aspect on him, but the job he's done at Coventry has been phenomenal. I mean, following Mark Robbins, who, again, I've said it before, I live in that kind of area, and it was like a bereavement when Mark Robbins left. Like, Coventry fans absolutely loved him, but ultimately just couldn't take that next step. Frank's come in and done a wonderful job. He's recruited really well this summer, brought in good players. I often think when you've been he's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time, when your stature's that high, you can just attract a different type of player. Players want to come and play for you, and I think they've managed to do that in this window, so I think Coventry this season will be fine.
Yeah, I think as well, you look at players like Rodoni, I think he's going to be a star. I reckon double figures, Premier League goals. When you hear him speak about the manager Lampard, what he learned from him, you know, imagine having Frank Lampard, like Bentley says, one of the greats of the Premier League era, getting late into the box, scoring goals. I think there's going to be players in that squad that don't want in the Championship, itching to perform, and hopefully they'll do it on the first game of the season. Good start.
I actually think we have a fair amount of players who can take that step up.
100%.
Not just Jack Rodoni. That's what we've built over the last three seasons, basically, to get ourselves in a position where we can go into the Premier League with a base, just to add to it.
Even centre midfield, like Onyeka, he was a great signing last season on loan, wasn't he, from Brentford? He made permanent this summer. You've got some experienced players in that squad.
Who's the one player that you've signed that you think, yeah, that's the one?
Uenchi, in midfield. Yeah, I think he's going to be a superstar in the next 2 to 3 years, and we'll get the best out of him for this season. And even if we go down, we've got a 40-50 million pound player there.
Agreed.
There was a moment last season, you had a big lead for quite a lot of the season, and then that lead got smaller and smaller. I think it was Middlesbrough you played.
Yeah.
And had you lost that, you might have dropped down to second. But
So we'd already lost top position going into that game, and then we got it back.
That's right. I think that was telling. I think that tells you how good Frank Lampard's going to be at Coventry. I think that was the moment where a lot of people who may have been a little bit sceptical about how good Frank is saw that game. You got that winning feeling, and then you went on to sort of not a canter, but
his pre-match press conference, he alluded to it like it wasn't good until that point.
Yeah.
And if things needed to change, and I think if you can get that across to your players in the media, then that's quite a big thing, quite a telling thing.
Yeah, he turned it around.
Do you know what, their goalkeeper as well, signing him permanently, Carl Rushworth. Yeah.
But
he'll be in an England squad, I think.
Every good Premier League side is built on a good goalkeeper. And I think if he can save us 5, 6, 7 points this season, I think that goes a long way.
He's got Premier League experience as well, obviously as a player, but as a manager, he's going to learn from his experiences and he's going to tweak things this time around. So I'm confident that Coventry can definitely push a team like Fulham, maybe swap with them to go down.
Dean, good question. Thank you for that. Where are we going next, Angelina?
We are going to Lauren, the Ipswich fan. What's your question?
So obviously we've spent a lot this transfer window and arguably a lot better than last time. Obviously, when we went up before, I think there were 7 of our League One starting team starting that fixture against Liverpool. So do you think that we've done enough in this transfer window to stay up, or actually, given the amount of new players, new manager, is that too much change too soon when you need to hit the ground running those first few games, and have we gelled?
Do you know what? When I look at the recruitment
with an Ipswich shirt on, he's going to answer this.
When I look at the recruitment last time, I do think, and actually I know this, that they recruited with one eye on relegation, because if they do go down, they can come straight back up, because they bought basically all the best players from the Championship sides. They've gone about it a different way this summer. I think Gary O'Neill, for me, as soon as Kieran said that he was leaving, I said Gary O'Neill's the next one. He has to come in. It's just the right profile. And then with the signings they've made, the likes of Maeda from Celtic, Florentino from Burnley, Encicio, who spent a little bit of time there before, I genuinely think they've got the signings are great. I think Ipswich will stay up. I think they've recruited really well now. Players also that are hungry, that want to do well in the Premier League. Why are you laughing?
Because producer Joe, who's a diehard Ipswich fan, who, by the way, is in chucking distance, was clapping while you were saying
that. I just think they've recruited now to stay in the Premier League. This is not one eye to next season if we go down. It's about staying there for the here and now.
Do you think they're going to stay up?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Gabby, how do you think they get on?
I think they've got a chance. I just look at Coventry maybe staying up instead of Ipswich. But Benny's right. I feel Maeda. I love watching him at Celtic. He's going to be a nightmare for defenders. Premier League defenders love to take a chance, and he's going to be pressing them. They've got Akpom as well, who's got a point to prove in the Premier League as well.
He wasn't that great, though, last season. He wasn't that impressive.
Who's that, sorry?
Akpom.
No, I mean, he's got a point to prove in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You don't think, Lauren, that they're going to go down, right? Oh, OK.
I think that being optimistic, we can stay up with the signings that we've made. But again, it's such big change. If you look at the Paul Cook days, Demolition Gate, it was obviously a very different time, but there were a lot of players, a lot of change happening. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Sorry, I was going to say, what's crucial, the first game of the season, Sunderland, because coming up after that is your boys in Liverpool. But if you can get home game, 3 o'clock, that's massive.
My last question to you before we talk Hull. If you stay up, that means 3 teams go down. Who will those 3 teams be?
Hull, Coventry, Tottenham.
Tottenham?
By the way, good luck getting out of this room tonight. Good luck.
Great answer.
I had to give them some stick because my dad's a Tottenham fan.
You just wanted a round of applause, didn't you? Let's quickly move on to Hull. We've got time. Hello, Ben.
Yeah, we have now got Ben, the whole... I mean, you've already been told twice since you've been sat here that you're getting relegated. But what's your question for the guys?
Yeah, I think we're obviously the favourites to go down and finish bottom. What do you think our focus should be on the upcoming season? Do you think we should go out and be more attacking and try and score more? Or do you think we should look to kind of be a team hard to break down and just be more defensive?
That's a great question. What should Hull...
Yeah, I don't think you want to be silly and, go out all out attack. I think you've got to be a bit of both. Be sensible, but still don't sit back every game and try and nick a goal on a counter-attack. It works for some teams, doesn't it, Bentley? Arsenal because of their quality going forward. But a team like Hull, you made some great transfers, even experienced like Matt Targett, a left-back. It was at Villa, Middlesbrough last season. I think he'll be a very good player. But I spent some time with your owner in Turkey before the Aston Villa final at Tune.
I
think he said to me that, if we stay up, then the season afterwards, maybe he goes a bit crazy. So I think a lot of people to do with Hull expect them to go down, but go down fighting.
No, I think we will. I actually think we'll finish higher than 17th as well. I think we'll finish 14th. I don't think we'll be pulled into that relegation.
What have you seen so far from the recruitment and that you believe that?
3 pints.
Yeah, I think we've made some good signings so far. I think that the embargo last season definitely taught us discipline. But I think the core group of the squad is the chemistry of what we've seen, especially towards the back end of last season and through the rough times last season. I think that's going to pay dividends when we...
Did you see the clip of Joe Cole laughing? Have you seen that? It's gone a bit viral, hasn't it?
Which one, sorry?
You seen the clip of Joe Cole laughing about Hull will go down? They snuck up through the back door to get into the Premier League, only spent 75 million. What do you think of those comments?
I don't agree with him. But I can understand from his perspective why he'd put his favourites to go down. We ultimately came in last day of the season and got through the playoffs. But I think on that playoff game, we pulled through and we deserve our chance to be there. I think we also missed some. There were some games that we should have won last season, and ultimately we just didn't.
Ben, you take no notice of anyone. You enjoy your Premier League season.
We will.
All right,
good luck
next year,
and we'll beat you on Saturday.
Not that good luck. Right, do you know what? I hope you lose now. I hope you go down. I'm just curious, because we've got so many people here, just to show of hands, who thinks Coventry will go down? OK, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so maybe a quarter of you. Who thinks Ipswich will go down? Put my hand up as well. OK, quite a few, and I won't bother with Hull. Right, who thinks Hull? Who thinks Hull will go down? I mean, that's everyone. Yeah, apart from Ben. Ben, you're the only person who did my hand up. OK, you keep your hands down. 4-0 will smash at the weekend. Round of applause for everyone, please, in that section. Good
Brilliant.
questions. We've got one more section with Gabby Agbonlahor, and then we'll swap in for someone that's had a hair transplant in Jason Cundy. More from the three of us and the 20 of you right after this. Live on Drive and talkSPORT. See you in a second.
Danny, when you look at it, United in that fairly congested midfield area, say Baliba comes through the door, Tielemans is there, Santos, Mainu, Bruno Fernandes. Well, it's going to be a mighty old force in midfield, is it not?
It looks a very strong group of players, all giving little different parts of what you want. A far cry, really, from what we've seen over the last couple of years. United struggling in midfield areas. And I think we're talking about one of the biggest clubs in the world. They'll be looking to try and compete for the Premier League and the Champions League in the next couple of years. Of course they will. That's the aim of a club like Manchester United. So you need at least 5, when you think about it, in the middle of the park, who are going to be pushing each other, especially if they play a 3. You know, Bruno's probably the one standout, you say, in all the big games he's going to play. Yeah. He's got great durability anyway, and he's the match, the game changer, the match winner, the creative force, the goals. I would imagine for me, out of the others, I mean, Santos, Baliba, both young lads, both got more to come. Tielemans is more rounded, more ready to take that on. I think Tielemans has
Where does it leave Mainu? A lot of people asking me to ask you that.
Well,
and what's your ideal starting 3?
I think that would depend a lot on where they're at when they come in and how they adapt to the pressure and expectation of being at Man United, because that's never easy. I think initially he might go Tielemans, Bruno and Mainu, because Mainu knows what the manager wants already. I think Baliba will become one of the main men.
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. And thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for 2 to watch the 150th anniversary test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Yeah, big round of applause. Big round of applause. Do better than that. You can do better than that. That's good. Welcome back to Drive's Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is here. Gabby Akbolahor is here. Jason Cudd is over there. Yeah, we're here in partnership with Giacomo.
With his wig on.
Get fresh looks and brands from Giacomo. Can't say that. He's got a lovely head of hair. It doesn't look like a wig. I mean, it sort of is. Still to come, we'll find out if Jason Cuddy still thinks Chelsea are going to win the title. Yeah, it's literally gone to your head. Just quickly, PSG have been forced to move their opening game after the summer's exceptional heat wave left their pitch severely damaged, like my back garden. You don't have that problem because, of course, you've got all the water jets going out at midnight when everyone's asleep.
Some 3G.
Is it? Okay, looks good. Let's get an update from the second day of the first test between England and Pakistan. Watching for talkSPORT, of course, the superstar that is Sam Ellard. Hi, Sam.
Andy, England's first innings lead continues to build. It's 279 for 4, leading by 108 runs. The 50 partnership between Lawrence and Brook brought up inside 11 overs. The life for Dan Lawrence, though, there was an outside edge which fell just short of Abdullah Shafiqi in the slips of the bowling of Muhammad Ali. Brook was also dropped in the slips on 1 when he arrived to the crease. Earlier this afternoon, both Root and Cox made 50s before falling in consecutive overs. They put on 150 for the third wicket. We can play until 7:30 this evening, light permitting. Brooks got 44, Lawrence 33 of this partnership, worth 77 runs. England going along nicely at 279 for 4.
Thank you, Sam. Right, back to the world of football. It has been a summer of change at Manchester City. The likes of Rodri, Bernardo Silva, John Stones, and of course Pep Guardiola leaving. They were, of course, then battered by Arsenal in the Community Shield last weekend. Let's get back to the crowd, because Angelina Kelly has been joined by a Man City fan.
Yeah, it's going good. We're not rowing. We're getting on so far.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But Emily, what is your question? What do you think is going to have a bigger impact on City? The loss of Pep or the loss of so many superstar players?
Pep.
I think that's an easy one to answer.
Yeah.
Go on, Benny.
I think Pep, one of the greatest managers. Some people would put him at number 1 in terms of Premier League management of all time. But when you lose someone who's been that good for, a decade now, pushing them on, winning trophies, the style of play that they've played with Manchester City, I think he's the biggest miss. But not just for Manchester City, but I think for the Premier League, Gab.
Yeah, I think it's, you look at Pep Guardiola and how many of those players actually joined Manchester City for Pep to play under him. They've heard about his managing style, his coaching style. So that doesn't surprise me, the likes of Rodri leaving. Will Haaland want to leave in a couple of seasons, maybe try around Madrid?
Haaland's not going anywhere.
But yeah, but I think Pep Guardiola is the bigger loss. But don't underestimate Bernardo Silva. You know, he's captain material. He was everywhere, especially in that last season for Manchester City. So you're going to lose a lot of players. They're going to be a miss. But Pep Guardiola, wow. Even on the touchline, that energy.
Have you seen the new, I think it's on Amazon Prime doc? Is it Obsession? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Beautiful Obsession.
There's a bit in it, I've watched not all of it because it only came out yesterday, but there's a bit in it where he's in the dressing room with the players and he's not happy with how they're congratulating each other when they score a goal.
Yeah, they're not hugging.
And not hugging. And he shows them how they react when they score a good goal on the training pitch. And he makes everyone stand up and hug, right? Now, I think as a football fan looking at it, that goes one of two ways. Either one, you think that's really stupid, I'm not doing that, but you look at every single player in that dressing room, they all want to hug him, he hugs them. And I just think that sort of togetherness, you can't buy that, you can't fake it. And that's what I think when someone like Pep leaves, that maybe extra 10%, extra 20% the players give because it's Pep, and they won't necessarily give it to the next manager. I think that's a huge, huge loss to see.
So do you think if Pep had stayed, but we still lost all those players, I agree that they're only leaving, well not only, but they're leaving because of Pep. Like, I do think that. Do you think if Pep had stayed, but we'd lost Rodri, Silva, Stones, etc., do you think it still you wouldn't have had such an impact?
I think it still have an impact, and you don't know if the manager had spoke to Bernardo Silva. Is that why he left? Had they had a meeting before? Pep saying, I'm leaving, and Bernardo Silva wants out as well.
Yeah.
But Pep done a rebuild, didn't he? He made the squad ready for maybe this season to challenge again. I think with Pep Guardiola, Manchester City have a far better chance this season of winning the Premier League. I worry for them this season. I think Arsenal do win the Premier League with a little bit of a gap this year.
Can I ask you, Emily, where do you think you'll finish the season? You want to think first? Okay,
Yeah.
Where do you think, Gabs?
I think second. Yeah,
Where do you think?
I've got 4th.
Ooh!
Wow.
4?
Ooh!
What, you think it's going to be Arsenal, Liverpool, United?
No, Arsenal,
Chelsea?
Liverpool, Chelsea, City. 1 game a week's massive. It's huge.
I've got you staying up just.
Thank you for your question. You've got Lauren to your left.
Yes.
With a question, a Villa fan.
Yes.
And a question for Gabby. I don't know where this is.
A member of the Gabby fan club that
Okay,
we've got here
you're
today.
the one. You're the one that pays the membership fees.
1 out of 1.
Yeah, it's a question for all of you, really. So I thought in the Super Cup, Maggio was incredible, and I'm really excited to see him develop under Unai this season. But I want to know who are your breakout players to watch in the Premier League this season that we should be keeping an eye on.
Apart from Garnacho?
Listen, first of all, started on Maggio. I thought he was outstanding. Watching him, I'd seen a bit of him in pre-season. I've heard Villa fans are buzzing off him. 4 goals in pre-season friendlies. But his hold-up play, the way he bullied Pacho centre-half, he missed a couple of chances, but the way he took his goal was fantastic. I think he will have a fantastic season. And Hemmings as well. He's one that they've been talking about a long time in the academy. Could he have the breakthrough that Jacob Ramsey had? I really think he will be a success this season.
Why don't we keep it to each club? So that's Villa. Arsenal, who should we...
Probably Max Dowman.
Yeah.
I think he's probably the one. You got a glimpse of him last season, the goal against Everton and the assist. But I think he looked really sharp pre-season as well. And I think on that right-hand side, because we're not quite sure how fit Saka's going to be, for me, unfortunately, Madueke's not good enough to kind of start every single week. But when you look at the quality that Max Dowman's got, only 15 years old, he might have just turned 16. I think he's the one.
Yeah, I think one that stands out for me as well, Liverpool, Ingamoa.
Yeah.
I think what he showed last season whenever he was on the pitch, direct, it will be a nightmare for defenders. And losing Salah, not replacing him, Gakpo's on and off, I do feel like Ingamoa will have a good season. And I think he'll be in the England squad as well.
United have got a young kid called Shea Lacey who played a few times towards the end of last season. I think he looks very natural.
I like Heaven, the centre-half.
Yeah.
I think he's decent.
Yeah, I think he'll be used a lot. And also we've got a 15-year-old, I'm sure you've all heard of him, JJ Gabriel, I think his name is.
Good name.
He looks exceptional. He looks exceptional.
Most Gabriels are exceptional players.
Not all, but most are. Does that answer your question, Lauren?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Is that
Thank
okay?
you.
Can you give yourselves a big round of applause? Keep your applause going because we're going to say goodbye to Gabby Agbon-Lahore, everyone, who's been magnificent as always. Gab, it's always a pleasure. You're back on Talk... Who booed him?
Who booed him?
Oh, that's a worry. It's management. That was a worry. You're back on TalkSPORT tomorrow?
Yes, I'm with.
What time?
Fun Boy Fridays, don't miss that.
Oh, okay.
So fun. Myself, Sam Matterface and Ags Crook.
Oh, that'd be a great show from 10.
Yeah, you going to be listening?
Yeah. I will. On the free to download app, of course I'll be listening. Gabby Agbon-Lahore, everyone. We're going to have a quick break. Jason Cundy will be joining us right after this live and drive on TalkSPORT for the last hour. See you in a second.
For the record, we've had 7 different Premier League winners.
Over 33 years, over 34 years.
But this time...
Wow.
But this time, Simon, do you not agree that this is probably the most competitive ever Premier League season on the horizon?
For participation, not for winning. You're going to be one of the 4 clubs that has the biggest turnovers is going to win the league. Aston Villa are not going to win the league. Newcastle are not going to win the league.
So how do you explain Leicester when they did it?
A rare and absolute anomaly that was never allowed to happen again because all the big clubs sat on their hands, suddenly decided that they could all do things in a certain way, and they got caught with their pants down, even to the way that they allowed Leicester to play. Everybody knew how Leicester played. Drinkwater gets the ball, looks up, knocks it long for Vardy, and yet on the last game of the season they were doing the same thing, and teams were still playing the same way against them. So don't ask me how I explain that situation, but it's not going to be repeated, and it hasn't been repeated since, and that was now a decade ago. So who's won the league since then, and who won the league prior to that?
So tell me straight, how many teams this time around do you feel can aspire to win the Premier League?
2, 3. But that doesn't mean the league's not competitive. The argument, why would you suggest that governance needs to be brought in to the most successful league that has been the commercially most successful league in the history of football? Why are you regulating it? What are you regulating it from? I understand what he's saying is that the Premier League clubs want some degree of control. They want governance. Yeah, they want good disciplines. They want good governance. They want good regulation. Is your regulation with the consequences of the way that clubs are suing one another now, the way that they're suing, the way that Man City have been hauled over the coals and been sat in abeyance for 2 years because you can't prosecute them properly, is that good governance and good regulation? Because to me, it doesn't look like it.
From the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," and some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them. Like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Welcome back to Last Out Driver talkSPORT. It's our launch fight here with me, Andy Goldstein, and Darren Bent is here. Yeah. Still to come, we'll find out whether Jason Cundy actually thinks Chelsea can win the Premier League. What? Because we are just over 24 hours from it all getting started.
Arsenal, for the first time in 22 years, are champions of the Premier League. Manchester City are changing manager in the summer.
A huge honor to represent this club. I love you so much.
Tottenham Hotspur are safe.
Are you ready? Sunderland fans, get your passports out.
It is a night of Villa glory. The Tigers are back in the big time. And Ipswich are back at the summit of English football.
Fantastic job done by Frank Lampard. Coventry are champions.
Are you ready? Haaland, 1-1. Terrific goal. Bruno Fernandes. João Pedro equalises.
It's talkSPORT. We are Premier League.
Are you ready?
Oh, we are indeed. The wait is almost over. The Premier League returns to talkSPORT tomorrow. 2 huge games to kick off the new season. Tomorrow night, it's 8 p.m. Arsenal take on Coventry. That one's live on talkSPORT. Then on Saturday at lunchtime, it's Hull against Manchester United. That one live from 12:30. And to get us in the mood, we're joined by fans of all 20 Premier League clubs as we look ahead to another massive season. Yeah! I have to say, you've been magnificent, absolutely magnificent this afternoon, but keep the madness going because it's time to say hello to the fun boy of London town.
Baby, I'm your day. 50 yards at least, wind assisted, goal for Candy.
Anyone seen Tottenham Hotspur? Echo, 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 echo. I thought, well, I'll do. I'll iron it when it's on my body. I burnt my neck.
The culprit that time, Jason Cundy.
Yes, let's hear it from my my old weeknight husband. Jason Cundy's here, the legend. Legend.
Afternoon, everyone.
Hold on. Round of applause for Jason Cundy, of course. And a round of applause for his new hair. His new hair, look at you.
There you go,
now,
right?
I saw you, whenever it was, before you went away, after the World Cup, and your hair was like, it was still sort of bald, you'd had the work done. And then I saw you 2 days ago, and I was watching at home with my missus, and she went, is that Jason? And I went, I think it is Jason. I mean, it looks amazing.
It's nuts, isn't it? It really is. Everyone was kind of hoping, I think it was fail. I think there's a lot of people out there. But it's a process. It's like the Arteta. Trust the process. Yeah. And I've now got Lego head.
It looks great. Looks great.
It's nuts.
I don't know how true it is, but I spoke to management. Apparently, your head's going to have its own show on a Sunday afternoon.
Every chance.
What's it like in the morning when you got to wash it?
It's very odd, actually, because I'm now using Goldstein's paste. There you go.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
He loves.
I bought you one.
You bought me
Goldstein's Golden Paste. It's for you. I bought that for you. Are you using one?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Oh, I'll sell that later.
No.
Fine.
Yeah, it's crazy actually when it comes through. So, but you know,
has it given you more confidence?
As if I need that.
You look younger. Doesn't he look younger? He looks.
I've had a shave as well, though.
I mean, what are you now? Mid-60s?
He's terrible, mate.
Horrible.
Terrible. I've been used to it, though.
Yeah, horrible.
Right, good to see you.
Yes, good to see you boys as well.
We are what, less than 24 hours to the start of the Premier League season. Are you excited about it?
I am excited, matey. There's nothing like the Premier League when it comes around. I mean, we've had, of course, the World Cup and that extension that goes through into the summer, and then there's the pre-season friendlies. You catch up with them. I've only been back a week, like literally back a week from holiday, and then all of a sudden you turn around, the Premier League's here. I love it. I'm a football junkie, as you know. Yeah. I can't wait, mate. I'm so excited for
I think you watch more football than anyone I know.
Yes, I
do. We watch the games, but you watch every single game.
I try to watch every game I can.
Me and Benny had a game of foosball upstairs before. You come and watch that. You commentate like that.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tactics.
Now, you're a Chelsea fan, of course, right?
Yes, indeed.
The ex-Chelsea player.
Yeah.
You went on the Sports Bar last week and said Chelsea are winning the league. Is that right? Or could win it? You said winning it.
We can win the title. Make no mistake about that. We can win this title. Now, Arsenal favourites, I can feel Bentley stare already. Arsenal favourites, understandably, and rightly so. And they will probably go on and win it. But let me tell you, do not underestimate Chelsea this season. And there's a number of reasons why I've come to this conclusion. I've not been more excited about a season for Chelsea than I have been for a number of years. One, I think we've got the manager. I think there's a manager. We have someone that knows how to win a title. There will be the respect from the players. And they will absolutely look up to him because he has something he can hang his hat on. Not like Potter. I mean, I wasn't against the Potter appointment, but when you look at, since Thomas Tuchel has left, we've not had someone that has absolutely won a major honour. That is key for me. So that's the starting block. The next thing is our discipline last season was nothing short of a disgrace.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about the red cards. We picked up them almost on a weekly basis. There was a period where we were a bit of a laughing stock. It's the silly yellows. It's the yellows where the referee's made a decision and Nicholas Jackson comes in or Liam Delap and starts barging around. The referee's made his call and he gives a yellow. That leads to another red. There's countless times I saw that last season. That, I think, is an easy thing to solve in the dressing room.
I know you said you can win it. Of course you can. Will you win the Premier League?
I think we've got a great chance.
I know that, but will
yes.
You think you're going to win the Premier League? Well, okay, look, watch.
Okay, go on.
Are you going to win the Premier League?
Yes.
Ask me.
Are you going to win the Premier League?
No. Are you going to win the Premier League?
There's a lot of things that can happen. Right? Now listen, if everything I'm about to say happens, we win the Premier League.
Okay. Do you think you'll win it?
If everyone stays fit, and we sort out a discipline, 1 game a week, and...
If you've got 2 buttons in front, one says yes, one says no.
Well, I'm going to go yes.
You're going to hit yes?
I'm going to go yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got there in the end. We're still on there. Angelina Kelly's in the front row with 2 Chelsea fans.
What are you shaking your head at?
Yes.
Okay, look how easy it is to say yes.
Yeah, it's easy.
I know, but I know
can
how
you
good
guys
Arsenal are
say
as
yes?
well, so...
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
There we go.
Now it's time for the question.
We've got Mark asking a question.
Question without sounding like a Clash song, but Enzo Fernandez, will he stay or will he go?
I think he goes. I think there's a bit of brinksmanship that's going on between City and Chelsea. I think they're clearing their midfield, City. I think it's inevitable they'll make another bid. I think Chelsea are waiting for it. I think Enzo's waiting for it. I saw Xabi Alonso's presser yesterday. He batted the questions away, but if you look at how he answered it, he was basically saying that, yes, he's a Chelsea player right now. We're happy with him. He's training well. All of the sort of talk that you kind of expect where things can change quickly. And it wouldn't surprise me if it happens in the next week at all.
Can I ask you both a question?
There's a but.
No, okay, before you, just a yes or no. Do you want him to go?
I would not be surprised if he goes.
Oh, no, but do you want him to go?
I'd like him to stay because I think he's a good footballer, but I don't think he wants to play for Chelsea anymore. And if he doesn't want to play for Chelsea anymore, he should go.
Do you want him to go?
Yes, then. If he doesn't want to play for Chelsea.
I'm kind of... If he stays, I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
But do you want him to go?
No, I'm not necessarily...
Why is it so difficult? With 2 hours and 10 minutes of radio...
No, but I could ask the same question to you. Not
Yeah,
everything's
okay,
yes
if you
or
asked
no.
me about Garnacho, I'd say I don't want him back. It's an easy, I don't want him...
Onana?
You want me to answer that, do you?
No, if he doesn't want to be here, then fine. It feels to me like he's going to go, and if he wants to go, then let him go. I don't have a problem with
weaker if he goes?
If we don't replace him, yes.
Okay. All right.
100%.
Does he get in your best midfield?
I don't know whether he does, you know.
That's why
I don't know whether he does.
Lavia, Caicedo and Palmer.
But Lavia's... If we can keep Lavia fit, he doesn't get in the midfield, especially the shape change now.
Okay, you had another point to your question?
Yeah, but if Fernandez goes, we have to replace him. There's only 2 days to start the season. There's probably a club sitting in this room, supporter, that...
Bournemouth.
Or we will buy, or we have to buy another player. Who will that player be?
I think it'll be Alex Scott. We've made an offer which was rejected. I think there's a waiting game here. Wait for City, the domino effect. Wait for City to make the move for Enzo. Once that happens, I think we go back in for Alex Scott. I think that's what happens.
Thank you for your question. Dan, have you got one as well?
No.
Just ad-lib one, Dan.
Yes, no, no. There we
No,
go.
is that it?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
done.
a no.
Okay, how easy was that? Right, Brighton, they're in Conference League qualifying action against Tromsø. It's live over on talkSPORT 2 right now. Let's get an update. Watching for talkSPORT is the Moose, Ian Abrahams. Hi, Moose.
And they've been playing 13 minutes. Tromsø 0, Brighton 0. The best chance of the game has gone to Brighton. Osman, a youngster, was on loan at Birmingham for the second half of last season at the far post, tight angle, but his shot was blocked. No alarms at the other end for Bart Verbruggen in the Brighton goal. It's all steady so far. The game is live on talkSPORT 2. This Conference League playoff game, first leg. Brighton currently goalless. Tromsø 0, Brighton.
Good work. Thank you for that, Moose. Jay, I was reading earlier on that it looks like Liam Delap doesn't have a shirt number. Is that right? For the new season?
I don't know if that's true, but
it is true.
So therefore, look, for the benefit of him, I feel a bit sorry for him. He came in a season of flux, and he came. There was a lot of clubs interested in him. He came in at a time where the manager, was he number one? No, he wasn't. He got himself an injury. His discipline was a problem. That's a massive problem that not just he had, that Chelsea had. Then the managerial changed, and I feel a bit sorry, but he's not taken his chances when they've come, and I think it's best for everyone he moves on. I'd loan him out personally. I would loan him out and see how he does for a year.
Got something, right?
I feel there's something, but I need to see more. Okay. What we saw in Ipswich shirt.
I'll take him back there.
Yeah, on loan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they probably want to sell him.
What do you make of our audience? They're good, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. Coming up in half an hour, up on stage, one more Billy. More from the three of us and these brilliant 20 human beings right after this. Live on Drive on talkSPORT. See you in a second.
100% Mo's phoned us up,
Oh, here
Liverpool
he is.
fan. Right, Mo?
100% coward. Where you been?
How are you, Mo? Where you been?
Where you
I've
been?
been here. Hey, I've been busy. I've been busy.
Oh, of course you have. Where you been? What you been up to?
It's like you, Jimmy G. Where have you been? You've not been here for a while, and neither has Candy. I mean, Candy's been trying to get his hair like growing, but it's looking quite smart, Candy.
Yeah, it's come back,
Candy.
mate. Back. The hair is back. Everything's...
Are you going to be talking
Candy,
guff this season,
Yeah.
Mo?
What are you doing this season, Mo?
Listen to that. Look, I've been listening to talkSPORT all day, and obviously been hearing the ex-pundits. I mean, what is this about Arsenal going to dominate? What is Martin Keown on? What is going on? They just beat a poor City side yesterday. It was only a friendly. I mean, what's going on? Arsenal are going to dominate. There's only one team who's going to dominate this league, and that is the boys. The best team on the planet, Candy and Jimmy J. The best team on the planet. You saw them playing yesterday. Wow. You know what, Candy? I can't wait to this league to start. I am telling you, we're going to win the quad, Candy. Quad, Candy.
There it is. There it is.
The quad.
The quad's back out.
Quad back.
Listen, well, come on. Look. Why you got music? Why are you putting laughter track on, right? Look, let's be honest here, right?
Mo, listen,
Candy,
let's talk about your mob,
Candy,
right?
You shut up, yeah?
Let's talk about your mob.
You shut up. Candy, you shut up. You can't talk.
Mo, what's going on at Liverpool? What's going on, mate? What's happening at your place?
Candy, look. Candy, we're the best team on the planet.
You're not, though, are you, mate? What the hell is going on? This is literally Premier League football drama at its absolute best. Oh my Gabriel!
I can't watch this. Definitely saw it, man.
Messi!
No!
Guys! Come on! Get in it!
What was that?
You see this crap every single game in the Premier League!
Oh, this is...
No goal.
That was embarrassing.
You're so good. You're so good. Right, you are listening to Drive's Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. To be Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here. Jason Cundy is here. We're in partnership with Giacomo Style and Brands for Every Man. Still to come, we'll talk about Spurs and how they get on under Roberto De Zerbi this season. Just quickly, I mentioned this before, Liam Delap has had the Chelsea number 9 shirt taken away from him as he's training separately from the first team. It's a bit harsh. Wolves have confirmed right back Kieran Trippier, or Trips to his friend, has suffered a knee ligament injury on his league debut, so we wish him well with that. Right, before we talk more football, let's get an update from the second day of the first test between England and Pakistan. Watching for talkSPORT, of course, is Sam Ellard.
Cruising, England absolutely cruising at 303 for 4, leading by 132 runs. Harry Brooks just past 50, a 29th 50-plus knock in Test cricket. 10 of those have gone on to become centuries. His 50 coming off 55 deliveries. He was dropped there in the slips on 1. Pakistan's fielding in this test match has not been good enough, and the bowling way too inconsistent. They'll have a good half an hour, and then the next hour is nowhere near good enough, and they just relieve all the pressure. Brookers with Dan Lawrence, they put on 101 runs, the 4th wicket partnership. Dan Lawrence playing his first test match in 3 years, unbeaten on 45, batting at 6, 5 away from a half century. We can play until 7:30 this evening. England continuing to build a very healthy first innings lead. Brook and Lawrence to the crease. England 303 for 4.
Thank you, Sam. Right, back to the world of football. We're due to talk about Spurs now. O'Hara was meant to be here, Jason Cundy, but apparently he's bottled his chance to plug your show. What? If you're not watching but listening, you've put on a Jamie O'Hara mask. Is that a new thing? I mean, that's quite horrific.
I don't know what it looks like. How does it look?
What do you think it looks like?
No, I can't see myself. Does it look like O'Hara?
Have a look at the monitor.
Every time I do that, I turn away.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it looks ghastly, and I never use that word. Yeah. Have you put it on before?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I've worn it before.
It's so vile.
Weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. So do you want to pretend he's here?
I can pretend he's here.
Okay, let's
Shambles! Shambles!
Why is he not here? I heard he stormed out the studio again yesterday.
Last night, honestly.
Soon it's going to be more of a shock of his face.
I talk about Spurs.
Take the mask off, for God's sake. Yeah.
Honestly, when we talk...
Oh, put it back, put it back.
Put it on. I love getting into him about Spurs. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And he was saying if they buy Savinho and Mamouche, they're guaranteed top 4, top 2. And I'm like, come on, mate, come on.
What's amazing about that show, having done it for however many years you and I did it for, is we are the only show, and you are the only show, that reacts the second the game is finished.
Yeah.
And that's totally different to any other show on talkSPORT.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll be guilty of saying something, and then the next day going, oh, I just got caught up in it. It's tough, right?
Yeah, and that, we're very lucky on the Sports Bar, because literally we come off the back, as you just highlighted, Monday Night Football, Tuesday there's Champions League, Wednesday Champions League, Thursday Europa League, there's always FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League games. It's such a great show to do, because the fans, the first thing they do when they get in the car is turn it on, even if they're watching the games at home. And yeah, we're the first, and the knee-jerk reactions when their team loses is so good.
The fun you had last season with just the implosion of Tottenham, you won't get that again this season, Sam.
No, I won't. But you know what? It'll still give me some fun. The Ange mask will come out. I see Chris down there, Chris Cowley. The Ange mask will come out, and it just grew legs and arms. The thing, and it just exploded.
You got many more masks?
No, yeah, we've got Benty mask.
Have you?
No, you don't. No.
Don't wear him in a bank.
Do you know what happened though? Here's what happened with the Ange mask. We bought it last season when he took over at Forest, and we ordered it from, I think, South America. By the time the mask turned up, he'd been sacked, so we never wore it. So I just pulled it out because it's had something to do with Spurs, and somehow it just worked.
You know what, if talkSPORT had anything about them, they'd make these for all our presenters, right? And start saying, you could look like, who wants to look like Jason Cundy? No, fine, okay. Right. Angelina Kelly's down with 2 Tottenham fans. What have you got for us?
Yeah, we've got Chris. You're asking Jason the question, not Jamie, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Hello. Of course, it is a new era at Tottenham, 17th, and now what's going to be next for Tottenham? It's been a decent transfer window so far. As you mentioned, Marmoush, Savinho could sign for Tottenham. If De Zerbi gets those attacking players in, is it realistic that Spurs can finish in a European spot?
Well, not fight relegation. Is that what you're asking? Potentially. I mean, I don't know what we're going to get from Spurs. I mean, the midfield area has been taken care of. Defensively, you know, there's been some changes back there. Did you think last season you'd be that team that was looking over your shoulder with like 90 minutes to go of the whole season?
It was too close to comfort,
listen, there's no way you're going down, right? I'll say that, right? So you can sit tight. I don't know what Spurs are going to do. I've got no idea. Honestly, it's the one club, if someone says to me, what do you think they're going to do? Ask me about other teams, I'll have a bit of an opinion. No idea. Could you finish 10th? Yes. Could you finish 4th? No. Could you finish 5th? Maybe. Could you finish 17th again?
The football is definitely going to be different under Roberto De Zerbi.
Yeah.
There does seem to be a very positive feel under him.
I think he'll be back in Europe. Like, what Europe that is, I don't know. Champions League, Europa, Conference, but I think with the signings you've made, I think you'll be back in Europe. I don't think you'll be challenging for the obviously top end of the Premier League, but I definitely think Europe for sure.
Well,
the signings.
You need someone up top. I mean, Richarlison,
Solanke.
It feels a bit samey, and also Kulusevski. What's happened to him? Kudos. Maddison, are they fit?
This is another thing
if you sort your injury problems out.
I do feel with Spurs as well, when you talk about where Spurs are finished, you might go 6th. But it's not just a question of saying 6th, because it's who are the teams that are missing out, right? I think there's so many good teams now that are fighting for top 5, top 6. It's difficult to actually work out. I mean, I think 1 is done. I think 2 is done. I think it's going to be Arsenal, Man City either way, but I think it's going to be Arsenal.
Do you think City? Guaranteed?
No, I think Arsenal's guaranteed. And I think
they'll be in the top 2.
And City...
100%.
Oh, because you're Chelsea, right, OK.
Who?
Yeah.
Arsenal, top 2.
Can Spurs get Champions League football?
No.
Benny?
No.
Maybe.
Maybe. OK.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Have you got a question to your left as well? Who's that from?
We've
Gary?
got Gary here.
Hi, Gary.
How are we doing, lads? All right. I'll just change the question around a little bit. Nothing too difficult, but I think as a Tottenham fan, as a Spurs fan, we get so much hate, which I absolutely love. But I'd like to know who hates Tottenham the most. Is it Goldstein, Bent, Cundy, or Gabby?
I'll answer that.
Gobby, sorry.
I don't think Spurs get hate.
Oh, I think we do.
No, I don't think it's hate. I just think that's what happens in football. You just take the mickey out of someone. I don't hate Spurs.
No, I think we do get quite a lot, but I love that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not moaning about that. I love it.
Well, I certainly don't. I've got too many mates that are Spurs fans, so it's definitely not me.
It's out of them 3. Who is it?
Listen, no.
He's not denied it, has he?
I absolutely hate Spurs. It's great fun. No, seriously.
They wore the shirt as well. That's what I love about it.
It's so much fun. No, it really is, especially work with O'Hara. Last season, I don't think I'm ever going to have as much fun in my life on radio as I did last year. I didn't want it to end.
Are you putting yourself #1 hater?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Oh, no, I claim that. I'll take that.
I'll be honest, Jason has coined a phrase which I use so often, is he likes Spurs as much as you like Chelsea.
Yeah,
right?
And I hate Spurs as much as I Chelsea. Let's turn it on its head.
How do you think you'll get on this season, Gary?
I do think we can probably finish in the top 6. I think any more than that would be a push, but I do think probably top 6 is where we'll end.
Isn't that insane to go?
Good season, though.
17th. What can I ask? What is a bad season? And without stating the obvious, going down, what's the highest, lowest position you can finish where you go, that's bad?
I think a bad season, anything less than finishing 10th, I think is a bad season. I think we need to finish in the top 6 and get a decent
9?
Cup run.
9?
Really? Yeah, 9's...
9's good?
Not bad, but we've got to be in the top 6, and I think we need to bring in a domestic cup, or at least get near or thereabouts. And that's a better season for us. You've got to bear in mind, for a lot of the time, we were finishing top 4 every single year. So I know the last couple of years have been bad, albeit we won a European trophy.
Single year?
A trophy Arsenal haven't won. But, I think we need to be getting top 6 and maybe winning a domestic cup.
Okay.
I think that's a good
How much does it hurt that Arsenal are Premier League champions?
Absolutely killed me. It was horrendous. I hated every moment of it and still do.
Do you want to congratulate Benny or not?
No.
Good. Don't ever do that. Good work. Round of applause for both our Tottenham fans there. Still to come, we're focusing on the sides that could be finishing mid-table. Good news for Jay. This means something to you, but Jay, we found the money. So more from Cundy in just a moment. First, it's time for no Googling. We want to know which player holds the record for scoring at least 10 goals in the most consecutive Premier League campaigns. Which player holds the record for scoring at least 10 goals in the most consecutive Premier League campaigns? Does that make sense to you? Makes sense to you? Don't answer it now. No Googling. Answer after the break. Just after they start clapping really loudly, take me to that break. So good. Back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Finished 9th. Yep. You come on talkSPORT and said that Chelsea are going to win the league. Yep. Who's the idiot?
We've got a manager that knows how to win a league.
No. Who's the idiot?
Won the Bundesliga.
I don't care. Who's the idiot?
What's the Spursy one? What's the Spursy ever won?
They finished 10th. Sorry. 10th. Correction.
I know.
You finished 10th.
You'll take her place.
No, you finished 10th.
You'll take her place.
All right? And you come on talkSPORT and said that you're going to win the league.
You'll take her.
I don't think I'm an idiot in saying that Spurs can finish in the top 4 if we sign for Savinho and Marmoush.
You'll take our place.
So,
Roberto De Sperzi.
There's only one mug here, and it's you.
Roberto De Sperzi, he'll take 10th, mate. That's a good season for you lot. Mate, you'll take that. Jay.
Don't
100%.
Don't Jay me. Don't Jay me. Don't Jay me.
Jay, 100% you take 10th. I'll give you 10th now. With 10 games to go 10th, So you've not got to sweat like you did last season. Sweating over the last couple of games. Are we going to go down? Oh, no. We go, oh, no, we go down.
Mate, you finished 10th.
Yeah, I know we did.
You literally finished 10th.
Yeah, but we've got a manager that knows how
that's almost like you spent £1 billion on a football team.
Yeah,
and finished 10th.
Another billion.
Right, who's more embarrassing?
And we're going to win it.
Who's more embarrassing?
Do you know what we should do? We should go for Savinho and Mamouche. Then we'll definitely win it. Put that in the Todd.
Keep.
Would you make? Don't start getting.
No.
Don't.
I really want to swear at you, but I'm not going to. Right?
Don't, Jay. Take. I'll give you. Okay, here we go. 10th. Yes or no? Yes or no? Jay. Yes. Or no? Take 10th. He's going to take 10th. He's wrong there. You got to take 10th.
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
Welcome back to Drive's Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here. Jason Cundy is here. The answer to the question before the break: which player holds the record for scoring at least 10 goals in the most consecutive Premier League campaigns?
Cole.
Who? Cole? No.
Darren Bent.
Not Darren Bent. Would you say Wayne Rooney? Did you say that? It's the right answer. A round of applause. And it's the only one Hull will get this season. talkSPORT, in the meantime, have teamed up with a lager. Yes, it's called So Good Lager.
which is being poured at this very location right now. The fans here, you loving it? Is it good? Is it nice?
So good.
Yeah, so good it is. Keep your eyes and ears peeled. It could be coming to a pub near you very soon. 18 plus, please drink responsibly. Right, back to our football questions in just a moment. Staying with football, Brighton, they're in Conference League qualifying action. They're away at Tromsø. It's live on talkSPORT 2 right now. Watching for talkSPORT is the Moosey and Abrahams.
10 to the break, Tromsø 0, Brighton 0, but Brighton are knocking at the door. Georgina Ruta with a shot from 25 yards. It was swerving away to the right-hand side. Keeper Hergaard parried it away, diving to his left. And then Buscagni's corner from that effort was headed away initially, but Osman with an acrobatic effort. It'd given me a hernia trying it. An effort, again, the goalkeeper brilliantly palmed it away for another corner. Brighton are on top here. The game is live on talkSPORT 2, but at the moment, Tromsø 0, Brighton 0.
Thanks, Moogs. If there's a goal in that, we'll let you know as soon as possible. Right, let's focus on a few of the teams who could be operating around the mid-table this season. Angelina has been joined by Palace, Leeds, Everton and Fulham fans, haven't you, Angelina?
Yes, and we're going to kick things off with Jennifer, the Palace fan. Jennifer, what is your question?
So my question is, Palace has a new manager together with nearly half the Premier League. Does that make this season a bit more difficult to predict?
That's a great question.
What was the question? Sorry.
What were you doing? It was a great question.
I couldn't hear it. Sorry.
Okay, Crystal Palace, along with a lot of sides of a new manager, does that make this season more difficult to predict?
I think Palace go down.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't think that was a question she asked.
That wasn't the question.
No, that wasn't the answer you wanted.
No,
it wasn't.
I just think what Glasner did.
Yeah.
The greatest manager in their history. I think that's fair to say. And there's been so much change at Palace, and they were always kind of. Is there a chance also that they could lose midfielder Wharton, which I
linked heavily to City, right?
Yeah. I just fear for Palace.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question she asked.
I didn't hear the question though. That's the problem.
Right. For the third time, so many new managers in the Premier League.
Yep.
So when you're predicting who's going to finish first, second, third, fourth, is that more difficult?
I think it is actually, because you don't quite know what City are going to look like, what Chelsea are going to look like, what Spurs are going to look like, what Palace are going to look like, what Forest are going to look like. But I think we have a rough idea, certainly where Palace are concerned. But they were looking over their shoulder a little bit last season. I know that back end of November, Glasner put out a statement saying that he kind of was flirting with the idea of leaving. I don't know if you remember that, but and fair play to the hierarchy at Palace. They said, no, you're staying with us. We're going to go and win the conference. We're going to carry on with you. And things did change for them. But in terms, Arsenal fans, I understand why Arsenal are so confident, because all the managers all the teams that are chasing have got new managers. You've got a new manager. Chelsea have got a new manager. Liverpool. I've never known anything quite like it, actually.
It is Jennifer, right?
It is,
Jennifer,
yeah.
is it difficult as a Palace fan to get excited about this season, bearing in mind there's no real chance you're going to replicate anywhere near what's happened to your club over the last 18 months?
No, because we've still got the Europa League.
Do you think that might be a bit of a hindrance, though, because of the squad?
I think so, because having those Thursday night, Sunday games, it did have an impact on us last season, finishing 15th. But hopefully, we can continue a form. We'd like to see another trophy.
When Glasner does come back to Palace, what type of reception is he going to get? Because he was brilliant, but going to Forest, because your little rivalry there, will you still clap him?
I think it would be very mixed, to be honest. I think the fact he went to Forest has had a big impact on his reputation and his legacy at Palace, despite winning all the trophies.
Will you still clap him?
No.
That's a no, otherwise
that's a boo, isn't it?
That's not me.
Where we go next, Angeline? Thank you for that, Jennifer.
We are now going to speak to some Leeds fans. First up, we've got Jerry.
Dirty Leeds, come on.
Dirty Leeds.
Hi, Jerry.
Right, question to Darren, but you can both chip in, obviously. So, I listened to the show last night. I've subsequently changed my question to you. You've got Leeds to get relegated. Right, so prior to that, you said that the Trafford signing was a statement signing. The Wilson signing was a statement signing.
The free
Yeah,
those good
are
signing.
your words.
Like I don't think he's going to be the reason why Leeds stay up.
We've lost Struijk to Brighton, but we've replaced him, in my mind, with Tariq from Bosnia. Every bit as good. We're still Leeds. We're still Leeds on a Monday night under the floodlights. We got Farker, who proved himself, I think, last season to be a really good Premier League manager. What's behind your recommendation that we're going to be relegated?
I think the second season. I think it was brilliant. I think the manager, as you spoke about there, done really well. Probably proved the point to himself. Calvert-Lewin, can he do it again? Can he go back to back? Because I think he was a big part of why you stayed up last season in terms of the goals that he scored. Can he replicate that? I'm not sure. I think Wilson's a good signing. Again, he was linked to Villa. Klaus maybe a little bit higher up. They didn't opt for him. He went to Leeds. Trafford's a very good signing, but I just think that I think you're going to be in trouble this season. And yes, you've got a good stadium and the supporters are kind of lively, and on a Monday night at Leeds it's tough. I just think maybe this season might catch up with you. I think you got a wave a lot last season.
Jay, I've not asked you your bottom three. Are Leeds in it?
No.
They're not?
No.
They survive?
No, yeah, I've not even thought about Leeds going down.
Have you not?
I'm actually quite surprised at that. I think that they showed that they can compete. You mentioned Calvert-Lewin there. What a season! I mean, if he does that again, they're not going down.
Yeah,
there's no chance. I like Good Johnson at the left.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one's coming in for him. You know,
he's injured.
Yeah, but even so, I'm still surprised that he's. I think Leeds will be fine.
Who's your bottom three?
Hull, Ipswich, Palace.
Okay. Thank you for your question.
We've also got Sophia, the Leeds fan.
Oh, another attack on Benty.
Well, yeah, it's going to come. Well, I mean, we were talking about transfers. I think Leeds have had a fantastic transfer window. I mean, we mentioned, Trafford, Wilson, etc. I'm just really confused. I mean, we had a decent season last season. We came 14th, first season back up. I don't see what's materially changed enough for you to say that we're going to get relegated. I don't get the...
But sometimes it's not even changed. Sometimes your second season just catch up with you. Like, you don't recruit injuries. I look at the teams in and around you as well. And as Jay said there about Calvert-Lewin, can they go back-to-back? The goals he was scoring last season, literally everything he hit went in. I've seen centre-forwards do that before in one season, and then the very following season, nothing. I mean, I think you guys had it. Patrick Bamford, first season in the Prem, what did he get, 16, 17 goals in COVID? Second season, nothing. If that happens again, then Leeds will be in trouble, I think.
But that's all very much theoretical. We don't know what's going to happen. On paper, we've got a good squad. We've made good signings. I think there's an air of optimism. I know myself. I'm optimistic for Leeds. I mean, if it was me, you'll get some fans telling you we're going to Europe. But in my opinion, I think we're comfortable mid-table. I think we're 11th. For the first time in a while, I'm not actually worried about us.
4 points off Chelsea again this season, 4 points off Chelsea, so,
You were winning right up to that moment. We've got an Evertonian amongst us, is that
Yes, we've got Kai. What is your question?
So I feel like Everton are at a bit of crossroads at the minute in terms of the board and doing some decisions and David Moyes is doing the other decisions. And we're seeing that on the pitch with the stubbornness in the team selection, not selecting the young players when they've clearly been bought by the board for the future. Do you think David Moyes taking Everton as far as he can if Everton are to trust the board more in terms of the future signings?
Jay, I'll come to you. I do feel with Everton, right, and this is a sort of a pat on the back to Everton. I do feel that out of all the clubs in the Premier League, they're the biggest underachievers. That's a backhanded compliment, I know. But I just don't know every season. Can I ask you, before we go to Jay, every season, before balls kick, realistically, what are your hopes? Realistically, not, I want to get into Europe, I want to get top 6. But as an Everton fan, it used to be, it wasn't that long ago, it was like survival. You're past that now. Is it just, can we get into the top 10?
So last year I came on and I said supporting Everton has turned me into a puddle of a person. I don't even know if that is true anymore, I'm just cynical. So I just feel everything is a bit negative. I don't really know what we should want anymore because it's gone from the top of being 5th under Roberto Martinez and after that just absolute nothing. And now it's at a point where I feel I've got to prove to other fans that we are a big club. It shouldn't be like that. No. I think we should be considered a big club again and that has to come through finishing top 7.
Okay, so your question to Jay was, and I'll start with that, Jay. David Moyes, has he taken Everton? I think that was your question. Has he taken Everton as far as he can?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Everton must be the worst club in the Premier League to support. You're like West Ham, but you just don't go down. West Ham go down. They don't do anything. What do they do? Seriously, what do West Ham do?
He's got a point.
Sorry, what do Everton do? West Ham get relegated. You lot just hang around like a... And you hang around in the Premier League.
Like a what? Like a what, Jay?
Bad smell.
Bad smell.
Yeah, okay.
But you just hang around. That's all you do. You just hang around the Premier League. And you've been hanging around for like 30 years. What do? They never really do anything, do they?
Okay, so with a better manager, what he's asking, with a better manager, can they go higher?
I don't know. I think the way the club is run, I think David Moyes has done actually a pretty good job. But who's going to come in and do what? Who? You've had Ancelotti, you've had Martinez. You've had really good managers. You've had managers that can make a difference. Nothing changes at Everton. You're just Everton.
Martinez dealt a bad hand. Obviously, came in under the previous ownership before the previous one. Didn't have much money, and then the ownership after that had the money but didn't know how to spend it. Obviously, David Moyes coming into another new ownership, and things are changing behind the scenes in terms of the club becoming more corporate, trying to be more like Spurs with the new stadium. But to make that step, I think we need to go and look higher up the league for a different, more progressive manager.
Where do you think Everton will finish, Benny?
Around the 10th mark, probably like that.
10th. Now that's a good season for Everton, right, Jay?
That shouldn't be a good season for Everton, should it? We can't be saying that. Everton, one of the...
No, but it is. You know I'm right when I say that.
No, you are right, and that's the point.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be right.
Do you know, it felt like a change.
You should be wrong.
Do you know what,
It sounds like I'm having an argument with my wife.
Do you know, it felt like a change last season when they brought Grealish in. I thought, OK, here we go. They're going to have a little bit more of a go. I think if he goes back there, I think that would be quite a statement. But, again, if they finish 10th, I mean, it's a good season for Everton now, where we are.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I said, they just hang around the Premier League.
Like a bad smell. A bit like you've been here for the last 45 minutes. Does that answer your question? I hope it does.
Yeah, it's just nothing. You're correct. Like.
I bet you're glad you came now, right? Can you give everyone a round of applause, please? And also, I think I'm looking at my producer now. Is that the end of Jason? Is he stayed around for the end of show quiz? Oh, OK. We've got a Fulham question. We've got a Fulham question?
Yeah, we do,
oh,
actually.
Sorry, I can only apologise. Are Fulham in the Premier League, then? Sorry, Fulham.
I think that kind of proves the question I'm about to ask. Are Fulham this season the most unknown quantity? I'm hearing that potentially we're getting relegated. How silly are those people going to look when we finish in Europe?
And you finish in where?
You heard.
You won't go down, but you won't... Europe...
Marco Silva's a big miss.
Yeah.
He was, for season upon season, I think he's a top-level manager. Below, I get it. We've seen managers go to Real Madrid, win trophies with those players, but it never really tells you how good a manager they are. I think they probably aren't unknown quantity for them.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
Can I ask you a question about Harry Wilson? When I think he left on a free, right? And he's gone to Leeds?
Yeah.
I mean, I was stunned. I thought not everyone, but loads. Why has no one else gone in for him? Can you answer that?
I really like Harry Wilson. I think he'll do well for Leeds. I think Jimenez is an equal miss for Fulham. Yeah. I think Jimenez's goals, that experience up front, I think it shows you that no one else has gone in for him, Villa, no one of that ilk, and he's kind of gone sideways step to Leeds, that really he overperformed a lot last season, and I don't necessarily think he's going to be as big a miss as...
Oh, really?
Fulham fans, I don't think, feel that... Go on.
I think Wilson's a moments player. Like, if you look at his career at Fulham, he's done well, but he's had one really good year, and to be honest, he's probably playing for a contract. It's his last big contract.
He didn't end the season well either, did he?
Well, that's probably another thing, but I think Leeds fans will work... You know when you see a player for another club, you go, oh, he looks good, and he comes to yours and you're like, hang on, he's not really pressing, he's not doing this, and you kind of see through him. I think you'll probably see that Wilson, yes, he's great from a dead ball, and he'll get you goals, but... We're in an evolution phase. We're buying players from Real Madrid. We bought Shea Charles. For us this year, all we want to do is stay up, and the year after that and the year after that, it's like a project. We're about to start a new project.
OK. Good work. Where do you think you'll finish in the league?
10th.
10th. There's a lot of teams finishing 10th, right? Everton, Fulham.
Give yourself... Supporter doesn't know what's going to happen when they say...
I don't think anyone can... I think Everton, Fulham, I think they're tough teams to predict, right? Where do you think Fulham are going to finish?
10th.
You? Don't say it. Fine, OK. Round of applause for yourselves and everyone. We're going to have one more section, and the best is yet to come. I want a loud cheer when I tell you that when we come back, the end of show quiz will be live here with one word Billy, everyone. Yeah, stick around for that. It's coming up right after this.
So this summer has gone from bad to worse for Villa. Unai Emery, Morgan Rogers and Yuri Tielemans already gone, of course. And now it looks like Konza, that's the big one, is on his way to the Arsenal. Let's bring in another Gabby, who must be delighted. Gabby the Gunner, who has called us in 03717 22 3344. Gabby, a very good morning.
Dry your eyes, Gab. I know it's hard to take, but Constance made his mind up. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, Gab. I know you want to make Constance see how much his pain hurts, but you've got to walk away now. It's over. Sorry, Gab. And Alan, welcome back, sir.
Thanks,
I'm
mate.
so pleased you've got a fit bill of health.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you.
No, I'm good, Gabby. Thank you very much, mate. I was missing this, so I'm back.
Missing you.
He's not missed you, mate.
Missing you, Alan.
He ain't missed you, Gabby.
Oh, he always misses me. It's you he doesn't miss, Gab.
What,
Come on,
can
bruv.
I ask you a question, though? You
Go
know,
on, mate.
spending what you spent again this summer, is the minimum Champions League and Premier League for Arsenal?
Oh, Gab, listen, you've got always got. He'd make a
I'm
great
asking
politician, wouldn't he, Alan? He really would make
I'm
a
asking
great
you.
politician.
Are you closer to winning the Champions League with these signings?
I still think we're short of one exceptional striker. I think Osimhen, Alvarez, that's kind of the missing link. It could be enough with Solis and with the guys we've got.
What the hell is going on? This is literally Premier League football drama at its absolute best. Oh my Gabriel!
I can't watch this. He's definitely scoring this.
Messi! No! Guys! Come on! Get in it!
What was that?
You see this crap every single game in the Premier League.
Oh, this is
out. No goal.
That was embarrassing.
Yes, you're better than that. Come on, let's have it. Welcome back to the last part of Drive, our Premier League launch party on talkSPORT. Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, Jason Cundy, partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks of brands from Giacomo at 7 o'clock. Natalie Sawyer takes over. She hosts kickoff. Tonight she's got Ashley Williams and Leanne Sanderson alongside her. At Brighton, they're in Conference League qualifying action away at Tromsø. It's live on talkSPORT 2. Last time we heard there were no goals. The Moose can keep us up to date. Any change, Moose?
No, that's the way of it at half-time. Tromsø nil, Brighton nil. Ruter from 25 yards. And Osman with an acrobatic effort produced good saves from Hergaard in the Tromsø goal. Biscardi headed over. Gomez found someone's back garden from 6 yards out after firing over the top of the goal. There was no stand behind that goal. But the weirdest thing of the lot, 14 degrees in Tromsø, the most northern professional football club in the entire world. And we had a hydration break. Football's gone. Tromsø nil, Brighton nil. Second half built talkSPORT 2.
Good work, Moose. Thank you for that. Now it's nearly the end of our show. You've all enjoyed yourselves, all right? I know a lot of you have come out to see Jason Cundy, right? It's great to see him in person, right? A lot of you come out to see Gabby Abonhor, right? That was great as well. A lot of you come out to see Darren Bent, right? Honestly, who here has only come down to see One More Billy? It's time for One More Billy, everyone. Bring him in. Let's see it for one more Billy, everyone. Yeah. One more Billy's in the house. Yeah, he's here. And let me tell you now, he is so nervous. So nervous.
That was horrible. I hate everything.
Billy, what have you been up to today?
Really?
Yeah, no one cares, mate. No one really cares. Makes no difference to anybody here. How are you, Bill? You shaking?
I'm great. Yeah, I hated every second of it.
Yeah.
Never,
he said,
I never.
I won't come up on stage. And about 10 minutes ago, I said to producer Joe, why don't we get him to walk down? And he went, that's a great idea.
It was horrible. Yeah.
Are you all right? Well done.
Yeah. No. Hello, everyone. Yeah. No. Great show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, it's good to see you. You know what this is? It's like when you're about 15 and you get home a little bit drunk and your mum and dad have got friends around. They go, come in. You go like, oh, no. We're doing the end of show quiz. What you got for us,
We
Bill?
are. We've got the traditional curtain raiser on talkSPORT tomorrow. Arsenal v Coventry.
Yes.
Curtains go up. If you're at the theatre, they go like.
Yeah, right.
The quiz is about other things that go up.
Wow.
Like that.
Imagine that. You could get that job as well if you wanted.
We've got to be quick. We've only got a question each.
Oh, ad-libbing.
Yeah. Andy, you
I
ready?
like it. Okay. Who's going first?
Andy, I think.
It should be me, yeah. It should be me.
Andy, elevators go up. Agree?
Yeah.
What is the world record for the longest someone has been stuck in an elevator?
Any ideas? Any thoughts? Anyone want to? How many? 25 years? I'm going to go with that. The longest someone's been, I'd say 5 days.
Going for 5 days?
Yes.
6 days.
Good.
I'll give you that. It's not bad.
Not bad, thank you. The only clap I've got today is for guessing how long someone's been stuck in an elevator. Right.
Benty.
Yo.
The temperatures have been going up in the UK this summer. What's the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth?
On Earth?
Ever.
What do you reckon?
58. Yeah. I like the way more people had ideas about the lift than the temperature.
Hey, 57.
Oh, it's a great guess.
Going 57?
Yep.
56.
That is the best prediction you've said all afternoon.
I'll give you that.
And the last one
I'm under some pressure
is
here.
the fun boy.
Jason, what is...
Hairlines go up.
I can do one about hair if you want.
Yeah, cool.
Cundy, you've been growing hair up on your head.
Yes, I have. Yeah, well done. Good work.
If you add up the hair an average human grows in their life, how long is it?
Great question.
Clue, the answer's in miles.
In miles? Okay.
Hold on. From their barnet? They
Oh, I
grow,
thought you say something else there.
so literally the hair...
I think it might be all body hair.
all body hair. Right, I'm desperate again. Help me out.
In miles, how
many
long?
miles?
300 miles.
I know.
Wow! How many of them you had?
300 miles.
So you've got 4 or 300?
Do you know what? I'm going to go with 4. I'm going to go with 4
4
miles.
miles.
4 miles.
Please be 5.
Should have gone 300 because it's 590 miles.
Apologies.
14-inch pizza.
We've got one more question allowed.
Closest wins. You can all take part in this one.
Wins. No help from the audience here.
Space is up there in the sky.
Yeah.
Like that link. What's the longest anyone's ever been in space?
Okay, longest anyone's ever been in space. And you can't add one more on,
No,
right?
Okay.
Benty, you go first.
2.5 hours.
What? In space?
Yeah, hold on. In the rocket ship. In the ship, no?
I have to work with that. Wait, he still don't know about the moon landings. Who's Neil Armstrong? What? I'm in space.
So we're doing this in days, right?
Yeah, the answer's
I'm going to go 375 days.
That's a great one. I'm going to go 5 years.
437 days. So Cundy takes that one.
Told you.
Ladies and gents, in no particular order, a round of applause for one more Billy, please. A round of applause for Jason Cundy. A round of applause for Darren Bent. A big round of applause. We can only do this show with everyone behind the glass, behind the cameras. You can't. More